Hello and welcome to Corbett Field as we are about set to get ready for game one of three here between the Pierre Trappers and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Max Tanzer joined alongside Ballard Ackaway as per usual. Got a good night for baseball, got a good series coming up as the Sabre Dogs are coming off of a sweep against the Canyon County Spuds. Now moved to 13-7 in the year and are tied virtually with the Tommyknockers for first place in the Lewis Division. Meanwhile, the Trappers having a difficult one. They've lost 7 in a row, now have a record of 6-12 and currently in 5th place in the Clark Division, and again, trailing the Moo by a lot, who are 16-3. So they're looking to shake that off, come back here to Corbett Field, and get into a groove here, as there's still plenty of time left. For the Sabre Dogs, just 20 games into the year. For the Trappers, just 18. So we still have about 40, 50 games left for both sides. Let's talk about yesterday's ball game. It was quite a ball game, to say the least. Really fit what was that entire series, where we saw a blowout on Monday, a twisty back-and-forth game on Wednesday in Game 2, and then yesterday, what initially looked to be a blowout the whole way. The Sabre Dogs led 10-0 through the first two-thirds of the ball game, through 6 innings. The Spuds then answered back with an 8-run top of the 7th, highlighted by a big 3-run home run. And all of a sudden, we're going from a 10-run lead to a 2-run lead, and the Sabre Dogs feel like they could drop this ball game, as the momentum was right back in the hands of the Spuds. But then the Sabre Dogs answer right back, as the offense produced 10 runs combined in the 7th and 8th innings. Souris Valley, of course, won by a final of 20-11. Some of the key players in that game: Caden Schwabe, 4 for 4 with 5 runs scored, including 2 triples. Bo Brewer was 2 for 5, extended his hitting streak to 20 games, also picked up a run batted in. And Drew Miller, while he was just 1 for 3, drove in 4 runs on an RBI groundout, a sac fly, and a mammoth 2-run homer off the scoreboard in deep right center. He now has 2. Another big piece of this ball game, Howard, was the stolen base game. The Sabre Dogs had 13. They entered yesterday with 66, good for second in the Expedition League. And they enter tonight now with 79. Still second, but closer to the Sunfish, who are in first place. You don't see that too often, I'll tell you that. And that was at the front half of that ball game. The Sabre Dogs base running was still aggressive later, but the majority of their runs from the first half of that evening came from the stolen base game and the aggressive base running. Into the back half, they started to string together more base hits. Of course, we saw the long ball from Drew Miller as well. Trevor Ernst in his Sabre Dogs debut was very, very good as well. 6 innings, allowed just 1 hit on no runs, 5 walks to 5 strikeouts. Got the win, his first in the Sabre Dogs uniform, of course, as we said, his Sabre Dogs debut. Ballard, what were your biggest takeaways from yesterday evening's affair?
Yeah, no one has really been able to put this team away, and they just keep lingering around in games. And the longer you let this team stay in a game, the more runs are going to score on you. I mean, that's been apparent throughout the whole season. That's been the theme throughout the whole season. So
Hello and welcome to Corbett Field as we are about set to get ready for game one of three here between the Pierre Trappers and your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Max Tanzer joined alongside Ballard Ackaway as per usual. Got a good night for baseball, got a good series coming up as the Sabre Dogs are coming off of Hello and welcome to Corbett Field as we are about ready to say play ball for game 1 of 3 here between the Pierre Trappers and the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Max Tanzer along with producer Ballard Hackaway here bringing you Sabre Dogs baseball. The Sabre Dogs 13-7 this year, tied for first with Mining City for first place in the Lewis Division. Meanwhile, the Trappers coming and struggling, losing 7 in a row, 9.5 games back in the Clark Division with a record of 6-12. Let's take a look at the starting lineup tonight for the Pierre Trappers, announced by head coach Montario May. Leading off in left field will be Brennan Van Brusigen, followed by Eric Mask in center. Tyler Skelton, the first baseman, will bat third. Joey Bermanti, the third baseman, will clean up. Colin Adams will follow at the DH spot. Patrick Connor will bat sixth at second base. Caden Cardoso, right fielder, batting seventh, the Minot State product, a Sabre Dog as well last year, a homecoming for him. Braden Cordes will bat eighth at shortstop, former Big Stick from 2020. And Thomas McKenna will round out the nine behind the dish. On the mound for the Sabre Dogs this evening is going to be right-hander Dominic Parkhurst. Was fantastic in his first outing of the year. Came on opening day on May 25th, and a 16-2 Sabre Dogs win over Wheat City. Tossed 7 fantastic innings, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts. And to this date, many could argue that Parkhurst's outing on the opener was the best we've seen here for the Sabre Dogs this season. So he's throwing his warm-up tosses. Again, it's been almost a month since his last outing. Went home to Tucson, Arizona. Was able to throw a bullpen earlier this week, and he says he's ready to go. Should be able to go deep in this ballgame tonight for Alex Miklos as well. So here comes Brendan Van Brusigen to the plate here to lead off. Gorgeous night here at Corbett Field. Again, the weather has treated us perfectly here this week since the Sabre Dogs have come back from their road trip in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Here at first pitch, temperatures at about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, a very calm evening here, wind gently blowing out towards straightaway center field. Not as hot as we had seen it earlier this week where it was in the low 90s, upper 80s at first pitch. Parker's from the stretch, kicks, fires. His first pitch is a fastball upside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes, and we are underway here live from Minot, North Dakota. And Bruce again, in his last game, that was against Sioux Falls on the 17th, which was yesterday. Picked up a couple hits and a run scored. Parkhurst from the stretch, kicks, fires. The 1-0 delivering the way is swung on and lifted in the air out to left field deep. Schwabe turning, looking. This one is gone. A leadoff home run for Brennan Van Brusigen here in the top of the first inning as he greets Parkhurst and launches the second pitch of the ball game way back and way out of here over the back wall in deep left center. That's his first home run of the season and a 1-0 lead here for the Trappers in the top of the first inning. So not what the Sabre Dogs were looking for right here. Again, if you flash back to Parkhurst's first start of the year, it took him 9 pitches and 9 strikes to get out of the first inning. Was basically a swing and a miss or a called strike away from an immaculate inning. Gives up a home run here tonight on the first batter he faces. That's the third run he's allowed this season. Here's Eric Mask, the center fielder, to the plate. First pitch, swinging a foul straight back. Strike one, 0-1. So for the Trappers, we've seen a lot of roster fluctuation the last couple of weeks. A newer lineup tonight as well, a lot of new names in it. Again, with their struggles here early on, also talked about more players filing in later on in this season. Same story with the Sabre Dogs as well as Parkhurst comes set from the stretch. Kicks, fires, 0-1. Is on the outside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's take a look at the starting defense tonight that will play behind Parkhurst. Left to right in the outfield will be Schwabe, Greer, and Williams. Dalton Bowling will man third. Justin Cooper at short. Chase Keaton at second. Bo Brewer at first. And Colin Hannigan will man behind the plate. Next pitch on the way is a fastball that misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now here on Mass. Tyler Skelton, the first baseman, on deck here again, just getting underway. 1-0 Trappers here in the top of the first inning after the leadoff home run from Van Brusigen. Parker's from the stretch. 1-2 on the way, swinging a line drive, left center field, slicing away from Greer. That's going to get down for a base hit as it hops off the turf and then into Greer's glove. He'll get it back into Justin Cooper quite quickly. So a base hit for Eric Mask. Back-to-back base hits here for the Trappers. 1 run in again on the home run. So that brings up Tyler Skelton to the plate. A nice piece of hitting by Mass. Took a pitch on the outside corner. Slapped it softly the other way into left center field for a base hit. Skelton having a good year so far. 373 batting clip. No homers, 8 RBIs, 6 stolen bases. Was 1 for 3 yesterday with a run scored and a couple of blocks. So righty on right now as Parkhurst leans it for the sign. We'll take a look over at Mass at first base as he comes set. Kicks, fires, first pitch, swing and miss. A good breaking ball that Skelton was out in front of for strike 1. 0-1. Skelton, a product of Georgia Southwestern State. As Parkhurst leans it for the sign, glove tucked into his front hip. Mass takes his lead from first base. Parkhurst from the stretch, slightly closed off. Long hold, lifts, fires the 0-1, swinging a soft bounding ball to short. Cooper plays on the long hop, goes the long way over to first base, picked by Brewer on the back end. That is in time to retire Skelton for out number 1. Meanwhile, on the play, Mast will move to second base. A tough play to turn 2 on, slow developing as Cooper, the shortstop, had to stay back and play on the long hop. By the time he fielded it, did take a look to second base, but Mast, who runs well, was already sliding in by that point, so went the long way to first, had to throw off his heels, and it was a nice pick by Bo Brewer to complete the out. So runner on second, 1 away, 1-0 Trappers. Your score here is Joey Bramanti. Make that Bramanti, the third baseman, will step in. Parkhurst from the stretch, first pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball that misses in to make that a strike on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Tonight, an interesting matchup. We have the number 1 scoring team in the Expedition League against the number 12 scoring team in the Expedition League. The Sabre Dogs lead the league with 210 runs scored. Trappers are last with 89 as the next pitch is outside ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now have 90 on the year after the home run from Van Brusiggen. Trappers are also 11th in on base, 12th in slugging, 12th in hits. Sabre Dogs are first in hits, first in runs, second in on base, and second in slugging. 1-1 pitch on the way, swinging a bounding ball down the third base line and foul for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sabre Dogs had quite an eventful day on the Bates pass yesterday. Came in with 66 stolen bases, which was good for his second in the Expedition League. Coming to tonight with 79, so they stole 13 yesterday, still a couple behind Sioux Falls, who leads the league in that category. Meanwhile, the Trappers 11th with 25. 1-2 on the way is just a smidge inside, maybe a little bit high as well. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now on Bramanti. Interestingly enough for the Trappers, we saw this with the Spuds this past Series 2. They don't run that often, as they are 11th in stolen bases in the entire league, but they're still 3rd in caught stealing with 16, just 1 less than the Sabre Dogs as the next pitch is on its way. Breaking ball fouled off the glove of Hannigan. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. So basically the Sabre Dogs get caught virtually almost as much as the Trappers, but the Sabre Dogs have more than 40 extra stolen bags. In fact, more than 50 extra stolen bags than the Trappers so far this year. Parkhurst from the stretch. Lifts, fires, the 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses up and in. No, that's strike 3 called. Parkhurst picks up his first strike of the night. A delayed call as the hitter in Bramanti is having a conversation with the home plate umpire. He thought it was ball 3, so that will be out number 2. Strikeout number 1 of the night for Parkhurst as that brings up Colin Adams to the plate. Adams had a tough night back on the 16th, his last game. That was back on Wednesday against Sioux Falls. Went 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. Coming into tonight, hitting 200 with an RBI. Parkhurst from the stretch. Lifts and fires. His first pitch is a fastball that is dotted on the outside corner. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Interestingly enough, we're seeing a lefty already tossed down to the pen for the Sabre Dogs. Maybe someone just getting a simulated bullpen in, or could be potentially getting ready for an appearance here. Again, Parkhurst, the thought was that he'll go deep in his ball game as the 0-2 is swung on and flied out to right field fairly deep. Williams ranging back now towards the track in the gap. He will make the running grab as he sprints across the track and taps the wall. Holds on for out number 3. Adams gave it a ride. Williams runs it down. Running to the bottom half of the first inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on for the Trappers, highlighted by the Brennan Van Brusiggen home run out to deep left center field. Running to the bottom half of the first inning. Sabre Dogs coming up for the first time tonight. Your score, the Trappers 1, Souris Valley nothing. You're listening to Exhibition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There is a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV SaberDogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 1-0 Trappers, your score after the leadoff home run from Brennan Van Brusingen on the second pitch of the evening out of the hand of Dominic Parkhurst. SaberDogs coming up for the first time tonight. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. Leading off in left field will be Caden Schwabe, followed by Alan Greer, then Bo Brewer, Dalton Bowling, Drew Miller, Jordan Williams, Chase Keaton, and then Colin Hannigan 8th, and Justin Cooper to round out the 9. On the mound for the Trappers this evening will be southpaw Ryan Cross out of Spokane, Washington. This will be his 4th start of the year, 0-2 record with a 3.6 ERA, 21 strikeouts and 15 innings of work. So has good swing and miss stuff. Has walked 10 batters. His last outing came against the daunting Fremont Moon, which he limited them to 4 earned runs through 5 innings. Allowed 5 hits, 5 walks, and 8 strikeouts. So lefty on left here is Caden Schwabe, digs in to lead it off. 4 for 4 yesterday as the first pitch is on its way. It's a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 the count. Schwabe had a night to remember. 2 of his 4 hits were triples, the other 2 singles. 5 runs scored, a couple of stolen bases as well. He now has 20. So the 0-1 is a breaking ball that misses down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inching close to the 500 batting clip, hitting 486 now with 80 RBIs in the season. His cross turns, kicks, fires. The 1-1 is a fastball up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stolen bases, as we mentioned, were aplenty yesterday. 13 for the SaberDogs. Got to imagine they will keep that going here tonight. Again, been such a impactful part of their success early on is the 2-1 is on the inside corner, strike 2. Count even at Schwabe at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind now picking up, blowing in from straightaway center field, about right to left as well. So he's going to knock down some balls today. 1-0 Trappers, your score, just getting underway, bottom of the first inning. 2-2 deliveries, a breaking ball inside, almost nicked Schwabe on the front hamstring as he turns away. Ball 3, count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cross turns and fires. The payoff pitch in the way is a breaking ball that misses up and in, ball 4. So a walk to Schwabe to open up this ball game. He'll take first base. It's the 3rd consecutive plate appearance for him in which he's drawn a walk, as that'll bring up Alan Greer to the plate. Greer, despite going over 3 yesterday, still had a productive night. Scored 3 runs, a couple of RBIs, 3 stolen bases as well, as 19 on the year now, just 1 shy of Schwabe for the team lead. Hitting .357 with a homer and 23 RBIs. Lefty on right here. Cross from the stretch, lifts and fires. First pitch on the way is swung on and chopped third base side. That is going to get through for a base hit as it trickles into left field. So a hit for Alan Greer. First and second, nobody out here for Souris Valley in the bottom of the first inning, as that brings up Bo Brewer. And how many times this year have we seen Schwabe and Greer reach to start off a ball game this year to set up a first and second spot for Bo Brewer? Again, not the hardest ball Greer has hit all year. A chopper through the left side of the infield. The third baseman, Brahmani, lunged to his left, couldn't get it. Cordes, the shortstop, was ranging up the middle at the start the play, so he had a long way to go. Could not get it as it snuck into left field for a base hit. So here's Brewer now. Runners go. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball for a strike. Throw down to second. Tag applied on. Greer is in time for out number 1. So the SaberDogs try to pull off the double steal. Quite a smart play by the catcher, McKenna. Seeing the jump that Schwabe got, didn't want to go to third base. Went to the back runner and Greer instead, who's a very tough runner to throw out. And it took a perfect throw as the throw beat Greer, who slid in head first. Cordes applied the tag on his front leg. So 1 away now, a caught stealing for Greer. Schwabe now at third base. 0-1 pitch to Brewer, swung on and chopped high over the mound. Pitcher and Cross tries to field it. It's the second baseman and Connor who picks it up with his bare hand, makes the throw. It's not in time. Brewer will beat it out for an infield RBI single as the SaberDogs right out of the gate tie this game up at 1 apiece. RBI number 30 on the year for Bo Brewer. He leads the team with those 30 runs batted in. You can also extend his hitting streak to now 21 games. He's picked up a hit in all 21 games to open up the year for Souris Valley. Unbelievable stuff. Gets it out of the way early tonight here with the single early on. The last few nights over against the Spuds, he had got it late, was talking to him about it. Said he just needs to get it out of the way early. You know, don't want to make it more stressful as the game develops. The first pitch to Bowling is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. So there you go, Bo. You got your base hit and an RBI. He'll be looking for another multi-hit evening tonight. So Bowling digs in inning 256 with 8 RBIs at the day off yesterday. As Cross comes set from the stretch, fires the next pitch and misses inside ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bowling got the start on Wednesday. He went 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts, but despite that, made some flashy plays on the defensive side of things, turned a couple double plays. Bowling digs back in, hitters count for him, Cross from the stretch. Lipson fires, 2-0 delivering the way, big swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Got a fastball over the heart of the plate. Took a big rip at it with the hitter's count. Bowling steps out, gets his signs from third base coach Miklos. Brewer takes his lead from first base after the RBI infield single. Cross from the stretch, Lipson delivers. The 2-1 is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. On deck's going to be Drew Miller, and then Jordan Williams to follow if he gets that far. Bowling trying to keep this at-bat alive here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pick off a tip to first. There goes Brewer. Throw from first from Skelton to the second baseman. Connor is right on line as he'll apply the tag on Brewer in plenty of time for out number 2. So a caught stealing for Brewer as the left-hander and Cross had Brewer right in front of him. Brewer went on first move right there as Cross made his move over to first base. And Skelton, the first baseman, cleared himself, found a lane on the inside edge, and threw a strike to his second baseman and Connor to retire Brewer for out number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now, 2 away. Cross now going from the windup with the bases empty. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Looked like an off-speed pitch that he pulled the string on Bowling to retire the side. Strikeout number 1 for Cross, but the Sabre Dogs pick up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, no runners left on. We're not at 1 apiece as we head to the top of the second inning. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
The Souris Valley Sabre Dogs are back for another fan giveaway. Fridays are always for our fans. This giveaway will be a water bottle brought to you by the North Star Community Credit Union. The first 500 fans to attend will get one of these Sabre Dog branded water bottles. Come out to watch the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play against the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05 at Corbett Field and be a receiver of the giveaway.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. Gorgeous evening here in Minot, North Dakota. Sun is shining bright on the turf here as we head to the top of the second inning. Tied at 1 apiece here between the Trappers and the Sabre Dogs. Going to be 6, 7, and 8 here in Pierre's order against Dominic Parkhurst, who gave up a leadoff home run to Brennan Van Brusigen back in the top of the first inning. Then a single to Bass, then was able to set the remainder batters in order as there's a swing and a ground ball to third, fielded on a couple hops by Bowling, picks it up, shuffles across, and throws to first. That is in time to retire Connor for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good start here for Parkhurst. Picked up a strikeout as well that was looking to Joey Bramonti back in the first inning. So here comes the left-hander and Caden Cardoso to the plate. Cardoso, a familiar face for many here in Minot, of course, plays baseball at Minot State University, who certainly plays a lot here at Corbett Field, given that it's their home field. Also was a part of the Sabre Dogs 2020 ball club back for the last couple of weeks of the season as the first pitch from Parkhurst is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So we got a matchup of 2 Minot State products right here. Parkhurst the pitcher and Cardoso the hitter. Got to imagine these two buddies excited to face each other here tonight. Cardoso wide open stance from the left side. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And if you flash back to last year, the final game of the year, Sabre Dogs in Big Sticks, bottom of the 9th inning. 7-7 ball game. Cardoso walked things off by driving in Dylan Roach, a pitcher who also goes to Minot State, from third base on a walk-off sacrifice fly to center. 1-1 to Parkhurst is swung on and lined out to right field. The Minot State product, and Jordan Williams will camp underneath it to make the catch. Route number 2, and if you're a Minot State Beavers fan, make that. You're having a good time tonight. Parkhurst to Cardoso to Williams as Cardoso walks past that first base dugout, talks to a couple of his buddies over there from the Sabre Dogs, and will head back to the third base dugout. So 2 up, 2 down here for Dominic Parkhurst. That'll bring up Braden Cordes to the plate for his first at bat of the evening. Righty on right. Here's Parkhurst's first pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball running outside. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So a much more efficient start to this inning for Parkhurst than what we saw in the top of the first inning. As the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Blew a fastball by Cordes for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Parkhurst is picking up the pace, already leading it for the side from the first base side. Cordes digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. Parkhurst from the stretch, kicks and delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball right over a main streak for strike 3. Strikeout number 2 on the night for Parkhurst. Both have been looking a very big bounce back inning for him here in the top of the second inning as he sets down the Trappers 1-2-3 in order here to end the inning. We're heading to the bottom half of the second. Tied at 1. Due up for Souris Valley will be 5, 6, and 7. Drew Miller, fresh off his home run last night, will lead it off when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Pass the Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, bottom half of the second inning, tied at 1 here between the Trappers and the Sabre Dogs. 5, 6, and 7 here for the Sabre Dogs to lead it off here against Cross, the left-hander. Drew Miller here to dig in from the left side. Lefty on left, third baseman Brahmani playing in at the cut of the infield grass here. First pitch to Miller is a breaking ball. Just misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Miller had a good night, 1 for 3 with a homer and 4 RBIs, 3 stolen bases. That is second home run of the year, a mammoth drive off the scoreboard in right center. So the 1-0 is a fastball at the knees on the inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And you knew it off the bat. The sound, the way it bounced off the barrel of his bat, and then banged off the scoreboard, put a dent in it almost as the 1-1 is swung on a chop to the first base dugout. A nice barehanded play by Suval in the Sabre Dogs dugout. Put that one on Sports Center right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Cross quickly ahead here as 1 strikeout tonight. That was against Bowling to end the first on an off-speed pitch. He turns and tosses the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball right side. Connor gobbles it up, ranging a step to his left, picks it up, throws to first, and that'll be in time to retire Miller for out number 1. So back-to-back batters retired here for Cross. That brings up Jordan Williams to the plate here. Williams, 2 for 4 back a couple of nights ago against the Spuds. Drove in 2 runs as well with a single to right field. And at the time, it was the only 2 runs the Sabre Dogs were able to bring in through the first 6 innings of that ball game. They would eventually go on to win 6-5. That was last Wednesday in game 2 of the series. Cross turns and tosses. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Williams hitting .389, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. Managed 2 in with the left-hander in Cross on the mound this evening. 0-1 pitch, it's a fastball in the outside corner, about belt high, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Cross working very quickly and efficiently here tonight. As he's already set third base side, the rubber twists, tosses the 0-2. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Williams trying to slow down that pace a bit, digs back into the box, taps the plate, swings his bat back and forth. Infield back, outfield straight up. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of fans here in attendance tonight at Corbett Field. Both VIP sections packed here this evening on the first and third base lines. So the 2-2 is swung on and hit in the air out to left field. Van Brusigen takes a couple steps back, now readjusts in as he camps underneath it to make the catch with one hand for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here for Cross in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Chase Keaton, the second baseman. We've seen some tremendous crowds here at Corbett Field, and it's packed here tonight. About 65% of the grandstands behind home plate full. You got about 100 people down the first base line of the VIP section. Same story down the third base line as the next pitch is, or I should say the first pitch to Chase Keaton is outside in low ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. You combine great summer weather with a great start for the Sabre Dogs this season. Brings in a lot of fans here to Corbett. 1-0 pitch is swung on and skied on the infield. Third baseman Bramani ranging in. He's going to camp underneath it as he ranges closer to the pitcher's mound to make the catch for out number 3. Keaton scraped the light towers on that one, shooting it up the elevator chute. 1, 2, 3 go down the Sabre Dogs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Cross and Parkhurst able to face the minimum here in this second frame. We're heading to the top half of the third, tied at 1, as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Past the Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
Top half of the third inning, tied at 1 here between the Sabre Dogs and the Trappers. Dominic Parkhurst out for his third inning of work. Will get 9, 1, and 2 here in this Trappers order. Again, the big bang for Pierre so far was the leadoff home run, second pitch of the game, off the bat of Brendan Van Brusigen. An impressive drive out to left center field. Parkhurst will get to face Van Brusigen for the second time of the night, as he'll face the lineup for the second time after he faces Thomas McKenna, the 9-hole hitter. McKenna digging into the right-hander's batter's box, the catcher tonight. Threw out Alan Greer earlier in this ball game with a perfect toss down to second base, so he'll look to ride that momentum here into his first plate appearance. Hitting .241 this year with 5 RBIs. First pitch from Parkhurst misses down away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. A very quick and efficient second inning for Parkhurst, where he faced the minimum, picked up a strikeout. It's 24 pitches entering this inning, now 25 after ball 1. Here's his 1-0 pitch, swinging a soft chopper, second base side. Keaton charges, fields down a hop, sets his feet, and throws to first base to retire McKenna for out number 1. So now 6 straight batters retired here for Parkhurst. That one opens up the top of the third inning, as that brings up Brendan Van Brusigen to the plate. As we mentioned, Van Brusigen homered back in the first inning. So Parkhurst will have to be mighty careful with him here. Van Brusigen digs in the right-hander's batter's box. That was his first homer of the year. One of the newer players to arrive for this Trappers ball club. As he digs in, first pitch on the way is down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In fact, this is his second game of the year, product of the University of Central Missouri, standing at 6 feet tall, 190 pounds, out of Columbia, Illinois. Parkhurst from the stretch, first base side. Lifts, fires, the 1-0 is a breaking ball that slices the middle third of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shadows should play a role later, about 6th or 7th inning, just about 7:28 local time. Game started about a half hour ago. Working quickly through this one, especially after back-to-back frames where pitchers face the minimum, as the next pitch is a breaking ball for a strike over the middle of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parkhurst digs into the first base side of the rubber, leans for the sign here. Has 2 strikeouts on the night, 1 in each of his first 2 innings of work. Long look into his catcher and Hannigan. He comes set. Lifts and fires. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Good stuff from Parkhurst, as that breaking ball has been mighty impressive here in this 3rd inning of work. Strikeout number 3 for him on the night, first swinging, as that sets down Van Bruce again for the first time this evening. Here comes Eric Mask, the center fielder now. Singled back in the 1st inning. Would be stranded after Skelton grounded out. Bramani struck out and Adams flew out to right. Mask digs into the left-hander's batter's box. Single to left center, in fact, his last time up. Took a pitch the other way that direction. Is the first pitch to fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Going Hannigan and Parkhurst the battery tonight. Same battery we saw on opening day on May 25th against Wheat City. Parkhurst leans in and comes set. Lifts and delivers. The 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball. Misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So this game 1 of 3 here. Once this series concludes, the Sabre Dogs will have a day off, then head down to Nebraska for our 2-series road trip against the Hastings Sodbusters and the Fremont Moo. So the 1-1 is on its way. Swinging a slicing line drive down the left field line. It will slice foul out of play as it hops off the track and short hops off the wall of the bullpen. Count quickly moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Mask. This is one of the longer homestands of the year for the Sabre Dogs. 8 days in total with 2 days off in 6 games. After what was a fairly long road trip for them last week. Parkhurst leans for the sign. Fans waving their rally towels that they were handed tonight. A sea of white towels here behind home plate. 1-2 from Parkhurst. Breaking ball just a bit outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really close pitch from Parkhurst right there as he tried to bite the back door of the outside corner of home plate. So the fans will have to wait, continuing to wave their towels. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Parkhurst kicks, fires, 2-2. Swinging a broken back ground ball to short. Cooper charges, fields on the run. There's across his body to first. Pick by Brewer in the back end is not in time. A very, very close play as Eric Mask beats it out for an infield single. He's now 2 for 2. Tough break with 2 outs. Cooper was playing back. Alex Miklas is going to walk out towards the second base umpire, likely going to ask for a meeting with the home plate umpire. Again, Cooper charged this aggressively. Again, a very good defender. The throw to Brewer pulled him off towards the right field side of the first base pillow. He had to pick it, kept his back foot in the bag. Again, the difference, according to the second base umpire, was that Mast was safe at first base, as Miklas will have a quick word with him, then head back to the first base dugout. So an infield single, 3rd hit of the night for Pierre. Tough break for Parkhurst after a very close ball 2 call. That could have been strike 3. And then a very close play at first base for an infield single for Eric Mast. Here comes Tyler Skelton. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop. Back in the 1st inning. Parkhurst leans in, first base side, comes set. 2 away now, 1-1 your score here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball upstairs, snapped to the first by Hannigan. Tag applied in time. Colin Hannigan with a cannon over to the first baseman Brewer, catching Mast off guard at first base, who had an aggressive secondary. Erases the infield single as Hannigan picks him off at first base. We're heading to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Your score, 1-1 here in game 1 of 3 between Pierre and Souris Valley.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Join us at Corbett Field to watch your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. It's this Wednesday, and you know what that means. Boneless wings at the stadium, buffalo barbecue. Either way, come on over to the field to be a part of the fun. Tickets on sale now. You won't want to miss it. The game starts at 7:05.
back to Corbett Field. Colin Hannigan will lead it off, fresh off of the snap throw to first base to eliminate Eric Mast at first base after a very close infield single. So good stuff from Hannigan. Again, we've seen him make a lot of back pick attempts this season. Was able to throw a perfect toss down to Brewer at first base and lead it off here as the first pitch is on its way. It's a fastball up and in, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Hannigan played on Wednesday, 1 for 4 with a run scored. That run scored huge as it was the go-ahead run scoring from second base on a wild pitch. So the 1-0 is inside, ball 2 as Hannigan backs away. 2 balls, no strikes. So far this season, hitting .275, no homers, 6 RBIs. His cross is set from the wide, turns and tosses the 2-0, swinging a soft ground ball down the third base line and foul for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. And that's exactly what Alex Miklos is looking from all of his catchers this year. Again, trying to take advantage of mistakes, be very aggressive. We actually talked to Hannigan after the conclusion of Wednesday's game on the show. It's the 2-1 is a fastball upstairs, ball 3, 3-1. And he talked about how he wants this team to be aggressive, and if they are going to make mistakes, to make them aggressive mistakes. And I'm sure that doesn't just apply to the bases, but on the defensive side of things as well. So the 3-1 is inside. No, it's a strike on the inside corner. Another late call. His Hannigan took about 5 or 6 steps towards first base and tossed his bat to the first base dugout. It'll be strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. But as I was saying, got to imagine that applies on the defensive side of things as well with that back pick right there, and it paid major dividends erasing that 2-out base runner. 3-2 pitch on the way is inside. That's going to hit Hannigan, so he sees an extra pitch. It would have been ball 4 either way, so there'll be a walk to Hannigan as he'll take first base, make that a hit by pitch, as it got him, it looked like on the front foot. So leadoff base runner here for Souris Valley. Hannigan represents the go-ahead run here very early on. As Justin Cooper will dig into the right-hander's batter's box, and he had quite an interesting ball game yesterday. Had only 1 official at-bat. He was 0 for 1 with a run scored and a stolen base, but had 6 plate appearances, walked 5 times yesterday. His cross comes set from the stretch, kicks, fires. First pitch on the way is on the inside corner with a fastball for strike 1. 1 ball, no balls, 1 strike. Third baseman Bramonti playing in front of the bag at third base by step, just a step behind the cut of the infield grass. Check over to first base. Hannigan gets back in safely. A good move from Cross. Remember, Brewer went first move on Cross, who's a left-hander. And Cross picked over to first base, and the first baseman Skelton was able to throw out Brewer at second. 2 runners have been caught stealing today, in fact, as the 0-1 pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that misses up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the SaberDogs came into tonight being a very aggressive team, one of the most aggressive in the league. 17 caught stealings. Good for second in the league, now of 19. As the 1-1 pitch is on its way to Cooper, it's over the middle of the plate at the knees for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hannigan has good speed at first base, especially for a catcher. He has 1 stolen base on the year. Saw him run a lot last year in 2020. His cross is set, kicks, fires. The 1-2 on the way to Cooper is a breaking ball that bites over the middle of the plate for strike 3. A lot of late break on that one. A good pitch as that retires Cooper for out number 1. It's going to be the second strikeout of the night for Cross. That one started about neck high to Cooper, maybe off the plate outside, and then quickly broke back towards that outside corner and eventually over the middle third of the plate. So here comes the top of the order for the second time tonight. It's going to be Caden Schwabe to lead it off here. Schwabe walked back in his first plate appearance. Came around the score as well, the 1 run for Souris Valley. First pitch on the way is down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. He came in to score on the infield RBI single off the bat of Bo Brewer, his 30th RBI of the year. Third baseman Bramonti once again playing even with the bag, ready for a potential bunt from Schwabe. Hannigan takes his lead from first. A 1-0 pitch on the way is a fastball dotted on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The middle infielders, Cortez at short, Connor at second, ranging up the middle. In double play depth, looking for a twin killer now. Schwabe runs so well, it's going to have to hit hard and probably right at them for them to be able to turn 2. Here's the next pitch on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A breaking ball running away from Schwabe right there. Was a bit out in front. Had to sit back on his front knee. A lot of weight shifted forward right there to just keep it in play. I should say foul it out of play to stay alive. 40th pitch of the night coming up for Cross as he digs his left foot into the third base side of the rubber. Glove tucked into his chest. Left arm dangling parallel to his back knee. He's set now from the third base side, belts high, another move to first base. Hannigan, who had only taken a lead by about 1 or 2 steps, was able to get back in the first base standing quite quickly. So Cross will go back onto the hill now and lean in for the sign. Lefty on left, Schwabe digs back in. 1 away, 1-1 game, bottom of the third inning. Cross kicks and delivers, the 1-2. Breaking moments is down, away ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we've seen some good pitching performances the last couple of nights here, and really overall on this homestand. Grosjean for the Spuds, LeBlanc for the Sabre Dogs. Parkhurst and Cross have looked very good so far here through the first time through the orders. So the next pitch is a fastball down, away ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. For the Sabre Dogs, if there is a weakness for them, it has been their pitching this year, the ERA above 5. Again, that's something that, of course, Alex Miklos would like to bring down, but when you look at the offensive production, averaging more than 10 runs per game here through the first 20 contests, they could get away with it. As the 3-2 is outside, 4 ball 4, a close pitch. So it'll be walked to Caden Schwabe. You have to give a lot of credit to Colin Hannigan right there, who did a fake steal, took about 3 or 4 steps towards first base, and make that towards second base, acting like he was stealing. Could have stopped because he didn't get a good jump, but out of the way, that forced the catcher, McKenna, to pop up out of the crouch on what was a close pitch on the outside corner. Got to imagine if he was staying in his crouch and stuck that pitch on the outside corner, there would have been a good chance for it to be called strike 3, but because he popped out thinking that Hannigan was stealing second, it was a tougher view for the umpire, and Caden Schwabe got the ball 4 call. So first and second, 1 away for Greer. First pitch is over the middle of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. So the Trappers looking to snap a 7-game losing streak, coming off a loss to Sioux Falls 9-3 yesterday, 13-5 the day before. As Cross comes set from the stretch and fires the 0-1. Fastball misses. Make that is in there for a strike. Chest high in the inside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Greer did not like the call as he steps out. Has a conversation with the home plate umpire. Readjusts his batting gloves, now shrugs his shoulders and digs back in. Hannigan at second after the hit by pitch. Schwabe at first base after the walk. 1-1 your score here. Cross from the stretch. Lifts and fires, the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a foul straight back off the umpires. Looks like maybe got him the thigh right there. Count will remain at 0-2. So you never want to see that. Home plate umpire now squatting behind home plate. The catcher and McKenna will walk out to have a conversation with his pitcher and Cross. Looks like it got him where the sun doesn't shine, as assistant pitching coach for the Sabre Dogs, Michael Newstrom, is going to hand him a water bottle. Again, just giving him some time, a little bit of a breather to shake that one off. Got him in the lower portion, or the lower half of his body. Again, a foul tip off the bat of Greer. So it looks like he's all right here. He'll dig back into the batter's circle here. Again, no balls, 2 strikes. The count 1 away as Hannigan takes his lead from second base. Schwabe from first. Sabre Dogs looking for their first lead of the night here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cross from the stretch. Long hold this time at the belt. Kicks, fires. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. Big rip from Greer as he falls to one knee, then stumbles towards the first base dugout trying to get back up. No balls, 2 strikes. The count remains. Greer going with the high stirrups tonight, the black stirrups, in fact. Seen him mix it between the baggy long pants, the high navy blue socks with the white striping. Black stirrups look good with the white tops that the Sabre Dogs are wearing tonight. Hannigan takes his lead from second, Schwabe from first base. Hannigan shuffling back and forth as the 0-2 is on its way. Breaking ball buried in the dirt, smothered by the catcher McKenna, ranging to his left. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Hannigan wearing his jersey like a tank top right now as his right sleeve tucked up as he takes his lead from second base. Schwabe takes his lead from first, not being held on. Schwabe ready to run now. Ball in the gap, likely scores him from first base here with 1 away. Cross from the stretch again. Lifts and fires, the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a 1-hopper to the second baseman Connor, who flips to short for 1. Cordes' relay to first is in time to retire Speedy Greer for a 4-6-3 twin killer. And give Connor a lot of credit. This was a sinking line drive. If he went in to catch this, it likely would have been out number 2. But very smartly stayed back, caught it on the short hop to turn the 4-6-3 double play instead. Sabre Dogs send 4 batters to the plate, strand 1 as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Already a third of the way through this one here at Corbett Field as we're tied at 1. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hey SaberDogs, the team has teamed up with Circle Sanitation to bring the fans a Minot Mallards throwback jersey night. The SaberDogs will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. The proceeds will go to the Cheering for Chance fundraiser. The team starts at 7:05 and the Dogs will be playing against the Badland Big Sticks.
Top half of the fourth inning, tied at 1 here at Corbett Field. Dominic Parkhurst coming out for his fourth inning of work. Due up here for the Trappers in this fourth inning will be 3, 4, and 5. The middle of their order, Skelton, Bramante, and Adams, as they look to get their lead right back. Again, besides the one run on each side in the first inning, we've seen very quick baseball, very efficient baseball from both pitchers, talking about Ryan Cross and Dominic Parkhurst. So Parkhurst will lean into the sign here. Here's Skelton to lead it off. He grounded out to the shortstop, Cooper, back in the first inning on a slow ground ball that allowed Mass to advance to second. Skelton was retired at first base. Mass would be stranded at second base after that inning. First pitch from Parkhurst is a breaking ball down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. In the bottom half of the third inning, the SaberDogs were able to set up a first and second one-out jam, but unfortunately could not execute after a 4-6-3 double play to retire the side. 1-0 from Parkhurst on the way. He's down the way with a fastball, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch count in good shape here for Parkhurst. 40 through 3 innings here as we sit in the top of the fourth with nobody out. Parkhurst from the stretch. Lifts and fires. The 2-0 delivery. Swung on ground to short. Cooper takes a couple steps to his right. Fields it on 2 knees. Spikes to first base, but Brewer is able to pick it on a hop for out number 1. Cooper using the turf on that play. Again, a long throw for him. A lot of times infielders will do that on purpose. Again, instead of trying to gun it all the way across the diamond, we'll just use the turf and give a candy hop to their first baseman. And that's exactly what Cooper gave to Brewer right there. So 1 away here. That is now the 3rd consecutive inning in which Parkhurst has retired to leadoff batter on a ground out. 1 to 3rd, 1 to 2nd, and now 1 to short. So we'll see in the 5th inning if Bo Brewer gets a ground ball to lead off the inning. First pitch on the way here to Joey Bramante is a swing and a slicing drive down the right field side and foul to play for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for the Trappers. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the SaberDogs. Very clean ball game so far through the first third of this affair. 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball that just misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield shifting, Bramante, the right-handed hitter to pull here. Greer a couple steps towards left center, big gap in right center between Williams and Greer. Parkhurst delivers the 1-1. Is a fastball dotted on the outside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. So Parkhurst, after giving up a home run to the first batter he faced, has really gotten into a groove here. As he leans it for the side again, ahead 1 ball, 2 strikes. He comes set at the chest. Lifts and delivers the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Well out in front is Bramante as that pitch was out of the strike zone and low. As Bramante spikes his bat on the ground and snaps into 2 pieces. He'll head back to the third base dugout with 2 pieces of lumber in his hand, 1 in his left and 1 in his right. Strikeout number 4 on the night for Parkhurst. 2 have been swinging. That one with an exclamation point right there, as that'll bring up Colin Adams to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Make that 1-1 game now. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th innings. That brings up Colin Adams. First pitch from Parkhurst is swung on in line to left field. That's down for a base hit. Schwabe will play it on a hop. First hit of the night for Adams. 4th of the evening in total for the Trappers. So after 2 up, 2 down here, a 2-out base runner here for Pierre. So that brings up Patrick Connor to the plate. The home plate umpire still picking up some of the shrapnel from that broken bat in which Bramante again swung on and missed on it for strike 3. Spiked it into the turf, snapped in 2 pieces, and of course, as you can imagine, A couple of pieces still floating around that batter's circle. Want to pick those up so no one else gets hurt by them. It's the first pitch on the way here to Connor is a fastball pinpointed on the outside corner, strike one. No balls, one strike. Again, 1-1 your score, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, 48th pitch of the night. Coming up for Parkhurst as he comes set from the first base side. Connor looking for his first hit of the year, 0 for 3. After his debut a couple days ago, as the next pitch is a breaking ball that misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. With 2 outs, the infield will play back. Outfield about straight up. Alan Greer, the center fielder, shifting a couple steps towards left center. Again, a big gap in right center. As Parkhurst leans it for the sign here. First base side again. Here's his 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball tapped down the third base line and foul for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Now again, out in front of that breaking ball right there was Connor. Caden Cardoso, the right fielder, looming on deck here. Connor digs back in, taps the plate, now lifts it above his right shoulder. Shifting it up and down as Parkhurst comes set, closed off from the stretch. Here's his 1-2 delivery on the way, misses upstairs, ball 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here.
All right, Sabre Dog fans, let's get those rally towels.
51st pitch of the inning coming up here for Parkhurst. Rally towel swinging behind home plate. Quite a scene here at Corbett. Parkhurst from the stretch. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Well out in front of a breaking ball was Connor. Strikeout number 2 on the inning for Parkhurst, his 5th of the night. Through 4 innings, he has been in a rocking chair for his last 3 frames of work. Running to the bottom half of the 4th inning, tied at 1 here between the Trappers and the Sabre Dogs. Bo Brewer, the Expedition League leading hitter, will lead it off when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, a 1-1 ball game here as we enter the bottom half of the 4th inning between the Sabre Dogs and the Trappers. Going to be Bo Brewer to lead it off here against Cross, who's been very good tonight as well. Through 3 innings, has allowed just 1 run on 2 hits. One of those hits and the run batted in coming from the man at the plate right now in Bo Brewer, who singled in a run back in the bottom of the 1st inning. So Brewer digs back in the right-hander's batter's box. Cross from the third base side. Turns and tosses. The first pitch on the way is swung on and cued off the end of the bat, softly to the second base side. Connor picks it up on the run, throws across his body to first. That's in time to retire Brewer for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch here in the top and make that the bottom of the 4th inning. Just 49 pitches here for Cross through 3 1/3 of an inning's work. As that brings up Dalton Bowling to the plate now. Bowling 0 for 1, struck out swinging in the 1st inning. That retired the side as well, as Cross pulled the string on him with an off-speed pitch. So he's going to look to put it in play right here. Cross from the third base side turns and tosses. The first pitch is on its way. Breaking ball floats over for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Bowling came into tonight with an OPS of .715. 8 RBIs in the year as well. Had a tough series against the Spuds. Went 0 for 7. So the 0-1 is inside with the breaking ball for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike as Bowling backs out of the way. Infield shifting him to pull. Connor, the second baseman, ranging up the middle. The shortstop court is about straight up. Outfield straight up as well as Drew Miller looms on deck. 1-1 pitch is over the middle of the plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of run arm side on that pitch from Cross right there. It was hard to tell if whether it was a fastball or a changeup. I'd like to have some sink on it as well. As Cross comes set from the line, the 1-2 pitch on the way is spiked in the dirt about 50 feet into the ground. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Cross. So Bowling steps back out. Now steps back in and carries the bat above his right shoulder. So the 2-2 pitch is on its way. Fastball up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. For Cross tonight, he has walked 2 batters. Schwabe twice, also hit. He had to get back in the third, so 3 free passes in total. Here's the next pitch on the way to Bowling. Swing the ground ball down the third base line and foul. Count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Looks like he's been able to keep the SaberDogs hitters off balance, talking about Cross tonight. Again, a lot of early swings out in their front knees. We've seen a couple of guys fall to one knee tonight as well, most recently Alan Greer before his 4-6-3 double play ball to end the bottom of the third inning. Bowling right there was just able to sit back long enough to spoil that off speed, make that breaking ball foul down the third base line. Cross from the wide. Glove belt tied. Turns and tosses the 3-2 again. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball up and out of the strike zone. It's going to be strikeout number 3 of the night for Cross. Second time he's gotten Bowling. And good pitch sequencing right there. Again, a lot of slow, soft off-speed and breaking balls. Then climbs the ladder with a fastball, a straight pitch up and out of the zone as Bowling went after it. So 2 up, 2 down here. Here's Drew Miller to lead it off, or I should say coming to the plate, led off the second inning with a ground out to second. As the first pitch is on its way. It's a breaking ball down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Talked to Miller yesterday after the game about the importance of his home run. The 2-run shot back in the 7th inning to answer back the Spuds' 10-run top, make that 8-run top this 7th. Said that the team had a team meeting before that half inning as the 1-0 is a fastball for a strike at the knees on the outside corner, 1-1. Just emphasizing to not let that inning get to them and not to roll back and instead answer back. The SaberDogs did that, scoring 10 runs in the next 2 innings as the next pitch is swung on and sliced down the left field line and foul for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And at the time, the Miller home run made it a 14-8 ball game, which really was the nail in the coffin. The SaberDogs would, of course, add on 6 more runs, and it was an absolute blast from Miller. Here's the next pitch on the way from Cross. Breaking ball buried in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count now here on Miller. So he now has 2 long balls on the year. Both have come out here at Corbett Field, both out towards that scoreboard in right center. One just short, the other hit it, which was last night. The 2-2 is on its way, swinging a hard line drive, right field. That's down for a base hit. The right fielder Cardoso will cut it off. Wide turnaround first for Miller. He'll stop and retreat back to first base with a head first slide. So a single for him here with 2 away. Barreled up a pitch and pulled it hard down the right field line. Good job by the right fielder Cardoso to sprint over to his left towards the right field line and cut it off before it got to the wall. Otherwise, Miller's probably standing in scoring position now with 2 away. Instead, will hold at first. So here comes Jordan Williams. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to left back in the second inning. Lefty on right now as the SaberDogs look for some 2-out magic here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, still tied at 1 here with the Trappers. First pitch on the way. Swinging a pop-up right side, slicing out of play. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So since returning after a couple of weeks back home in Alabama, Williams is now 2 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. As Cross leads it for the side from the third base side, the rubber comes set. Miller takes his lead from first. Check over to first base. Miller back in plenty of time standing up. Williams' last game before he went back home for a couple weeks was tremendous. Picked up 4 hits, 3 legs of the cycle, was a double away in that 22-run affair against the Horseheads. The next pitch is up and away. Runner goes. Throw down to second from McKenna is a little bit high and wide as the tag is applied late. So it'll be a stolen base for Drew Miller. His 4th in the last 2 games. Number 10 on the season. He's the 4th SaberDogs base runner to reach double digits in the stolen base category this year. So again, he joins Bo Brewer, who encompassed that yesterday, and Caden Schwabe and Alan Greer, who both have 20 and 19 respectively. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count here on Williams. Miller in scoring position will be going on contact with 2 away. Here's Cross's pitch, swinging a hard 1-hopper to the shortstop at Cordes, who steps back, fields it awkwardly, throws to first a bit high, but the first baseman and Skelton is able to make the catch and land on the bag just in time to retire Williams by a step, as that will retire the side. Tricky play for Cordes, but he was able to hold with it and retire Williams to end the inning. 4 men to the plate, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, a stolen base for the SaberDogs here in the bottom of the 4th. We're heading to the top of the 5th. Quick pace in this ballgame tonight here in Minot. 1-1 your score as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley SaberDogs Radio Network.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There is a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Top half of the fifth inning as Dominic Parkhurst comes out for his fifth inning of work as well. Has allowed one run in that span here. Again, the line scores 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for the Trappers, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up here against Parkhurst. Caden Cardoso to lead it off here. He's 0 for 1, lined out to Williams in right field. We had the fun play where Parkhurst pitched to Cardoso, who lined out to Williams and right. Of course, all 3 of those names, Minot State University products. Tyler Lubin, also on this Trappers team, who goes to Minot State University, a submarine reliever. We also saw him in the last couple weeks of the Sabre Dogs season last year. Parker's from the stretch, first base side, kicks and fires. His first pitch is on its way. It buzzes across the middle of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Cardoso did not pick up a hit in the last series against Sioux Falls, went 0 for 6, did reach base 3 times via 3 walks. Looking to pick up his first hit in a couple ball games here tonight as the 0-1 is swung on it, popped up foul down the third base line and out of play. Strike 2, no balls, 2 strikes. As one could imagine, no action currently either in the Sabre Dogs or the Trappers bullpen. Pitching has been aplenty tonight. The wind continuing to blow right to left here has picked up just a little bit. Again, quite a calm evening here at the ballpark. Temperatures did not rise above 84 today, which is quite unorthodox compared to the last couple weeks here. As the 0-2 on its way from Parkhurst is down and in, picked by the catcher Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parkhurst hesitating a little bit on that one right there. Slowed his leg lift. Again, trying to mess with the timing of Parkhurst, slowing him down, then delivering, hoping that he could speed up Cardoso, and then going with a breaking ball down and in to potentially catch Cardoso out in front, who laid off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Parkhurst kicks, fires. His delivery on the way is inside, and that's going to hit Cardoso on the foot as he rocks right past his buddy and college teammate in Parkhurst and has a conversation with him. So he'll head to first base. That's the first hit batter of the night allowed by Parkhurst. Now each end, talking about Ryan Cross and Dominic Parkhurst, have hit 1 batter. Leadoff base runner, most importantly for the Trappers, first time they've had one since the first inning when Van Brusingen hit the home run to open up this ball game. So here's Braden Cordes. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the second inning. Again, a familiar face for anyone who followed the Sabre Dogs last year, came here or played against the Sabre Dogs 20 times last year in a Big Sticks uniform. Parker's from the stretch, first pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball running down and away out of the zone for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Slow start for Cordes, inning 223 RBIs. Picked up an RBI in the last series against Sioux Falls. As Parker's tugs his right foot in the rubber, plants with his left foot as he leans it for the side. Now brings the 2 together and comes set. Cordes shows bunt, pulls back as it's taken down away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 up for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 5th inning will be 7, 8, and 9. Chase Keaton, Colin Hannigan, and Justin Cooper. Count even at 1 now. Parkhurst bends it for the side, comes set from the first base side. Cardoso takes his lead, showing bunt again is Cordes as the next pitch is bunted down back to the pitcher's mound, fielded with 2 hands by Parkhurst, throws to first. That's in time to eliminate Cordes for out number 1. So a sacrifice bunt, 1-3. Moving to second on the play is Cardoso. That will not be an official at-bat for Cordes. And the go-ahead run is in scoring position here with 1 out for the catcher and Thomas McKenna. And again, some early small ball here Yeah, we talk about how the Trappers have been struggling to score runs this year, last in the league in that category with 89. Sabre Dogs are more than doubling that with 210, and you could tell that head coach Monterio May is doing anything he can to take the lead here, even if it is the 5th inning. Again, bunting a runner over to second base with 1 out. So Cardoso now in scoring position for the 9-hole hitter and Thomas McKenna. First pitch on its way is a breaking ball that misses down, away ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. McKenna 0 for 1, grounded out to the second baseman Keaton his last time up. After him, it will be the top of the order in Brennan Van Brusigen. Five strikeouts in the night for Parkhurst. The next pitch is down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Through 4 1/3 of an innings work now, has 65, make that 63 pitches. So still in very good shape in that category. Again, in his last start on opening night, went 7 innings. Just allowed 3 hits. He's allowed 4 tonight as he comes set from the first base side. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Parker's pitch on the way is a fastball that misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So Parker still bad pitch away from allowing his first walk. And has forced a lot of contact today, a lot of balls on the ground. 3 groundouts, make that 4 groundouts to be exact, as the next pitch is a fastball for a strike. 3-1. Have some cloud coverage now here at the ballpark as it covers the infield with shadows. Now the outfield as well as it drifts over there. Saw sunshine before. Sun is still shining over the horizon as the 3-1 is grounded down the first base line. That is going to be a foul ball. Strike 2, 3 balls, 2 strikes. A late swing from McKenna. Hit it hard, but unfortunately was on the outside of the first base bag for strike 2. So Cordes will take his lead from second base. McKenna looking to give the Trappers the lead here. Parkhurst gets a new ball, holds it in his right hand, walks up the mound, digs his right foot in the rubber here, and leans it to his catcher Hannigan for the sign. Cardoso, after being hit by a pitch, takes a walking lead from second. Parkhurst from the stretch. Payoff pitch on the way, swinging a hard line drive, foul off the facing of the fence, right in front of the first base VIP section tables. Count remain at 3 balls, 2 strikes, so a couple of late hacks from McKenna. Again, on a couple of heaters. We'll see what Parkhurst and Hannigan challenge him with right here. Sun's starting to peek out once again as Parkhurst comes set from the stretch at the chest. Kicks, fires. His payoff pitch on the way is well down and away. 4 ball 4. That'll be a walk to McKenna. First walk surrendered by Parkhurst tonight. First and second, 1 away. So the Trappers threatened for the first time really since the first inning. Did have a base hit in the 4th and 3rd, but both of those came with 2 outs. They have a chance to break this game open here as Brendan Van Brusigen comes to the plate. Van Brusigen homered in the first inning, as we mentioned. The only run scored tonight for Pierre. Sabre Dogs looking for a ground ball double play ball to send this thing to the bottom of the 5th. Parkhurst from the stretch. Kicks, fires. First pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. A lot of kids at the ballpark today. We had a local T-ball team and Little League team here before the game that got some autographs from head coach Alex Miklos about an hour before game time. From some players as well. Came out on the field with the players before first pitch. A fun moment for those kids. Getting to play with kids that, or men that they look up to. The guys in the field tonight as the 0-1 is swung on and flied out to right field. Williams takes about 5-6 steps to his right. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch. Challenging the arm of Williams is Cardoso to throw on a couple of hops to third. Is wide up the third base line as Cardoso will slide in safely to third. So a fly out to right field for Van Brusigen. Second time he's been retired. Cardoso heads to third base on the play. 2 away, runners at the corners for Eric Mast. So a base hit will score Van Brusigen from third base. Ball to backstop as well. It's going to be a tough task as Parkhurst looks to get through his 4th consecutive scoreless inning. Mast 2 for 2 today. A single in the first to left center. Also beat out an infield single in the 3rd inning. And then was eventually backpicked by Colton Hannigan at first base. Parkhurst from the stretch. His first pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for the Trappers. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs here. Inning started with a hit by pitch to Cardoso. The sacrifice bunt that moved him to second base off the bat of Cordes. A walk to McKenna and a fly to right from Van Brusigen that advanced Cardoso to third. 1-0 pitch on the way from Parkhurst is a backdoor breaking ball that bites the outer edge for strike 1. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Could not have placed that one in a more perfect spot. with 2 outs. McKenna at first base will be going on contact as well here as Parkhurst leans it for the side from the first base side of the rubber. 1-1 game, top of the 5th inning. Go-ahead run 90 feet away here for Pierre in Cardoso. Here's the 1-1 to Mast on the way, swinging a hard ground ball down the first base line, well foul for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Parker's looking for a big out number 3 here. You gotta imagine the fans would love to see it via the strikeout. Again, they have the rally towels tonight. Aren't waving them currently, but multiple times tonight have swung them in the air in this circular motion, and it's created a beautiful scene here at the ballpark. Very reminiscent of playoff baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Mast. Pitch on the way from Parkhurst is just a bit low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 76th pitch of the ball game coming up here for Parkhurst. A lot of pitches here in this inning for him in the 5th. Cardoso takes his lead from 3rd. McKenna from 1st. He's set from the stretch. Here's his 2-2 delivery on the way. Breaking ball just a bit up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count runs full. Runner at first base will be going. That's McKenna. 1-1 ball game, top of the 5th inning. Rally towels in play. Here's Sabre Dogs looking for a big out number 3. Due up in the bottom of the 5th inning will be Keaton, Hannigan, and Cooper, 7, 8, and 9. Parker's trying to keep it tied for them as he comes set. Towels wave it in the air. Runner goes, 3-2 on the way, swinging a fly ball out to right center field, rearranging back deep and toward the gap. He'll camp underneath it on the track to make the catch, as that will retire the side. Mast gave it a ride out to the deepest part of the yard, but Greer, who covers tons of ground, was able to run it down in right center. We get to the bottom half of the 5th inning, already halfway through this one at Corbett Field. 1-1, your score is 7, 8, and 9 are due up for Souris Valley when we come back. Chase Keaton will lead it off as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
The Souris Valley Sabre Dogs are back for another fan giveaway. Fridays are always for our fans. This giveaway will be a water bottle brought to you by the North Star Community Credit Union. The first 500 fans to attend will get one of these Sabre Dog branded water bottles. Come out to watch the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play against the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05 at Corbett Field and be a receiver of the giveaway.
Halfway point here at Corbett Field, 1-1 your score. And I'll tell you, this is quite a different ballgame than we're used to here for the Sabre Dogs. 1-1, 2 combined runs for both ends. Chase Keaton will lead it off here against the Southpaw and Ryan Cross, who's been very good tonight here for the Trappers. Keaton 0 for 1, popped out to the third baseman Bramonti his last time up as he swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back for strike 1. 0-1. Keaton hitting .318 coming into tonight with 10 RBIs. Had a good evening back on Wednesday with 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. An OPS of .862 this season. Very good area for him as the next pitch is a breaking ball that misses down away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I don't want to speak too soon because there's been a couple times this year where I've said these games are flying quickly, it's low scoring, and then things get wild. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that bites the inside corner, strike 2, 1-2. Including last Wednesday's game. It was the last game that Keaton played in. He was in center field, actually caught the final out. It was 2-2 through 6, and then Chaos Ball was back for the final 3 innings. Sabre Dogs won 6-5. So the 1-2 is a breaking ball that floats over the middle of the plate for strike 3, as that will be out number 1. The breaking ball, a very good pitch out of the left hand of Cross tonight. as Keaton is retired via strikes for the first time tonight. He's now 0 for 2 for Cross. That is going to be strikeout number 4, 2 of which have been looking. Breaking ball, a lot of vertical drop on it, and I think that's what fooled Keaton right there. Maybe thought that it crossed him and crossed the plate, the front of the plate, a little bit high, and then fell down into the catcher's glove at about his chest. As the first pitch on the way to Hannigan is up and away, ball 1, 1 ball, no strikes. Cross delivers the next pitch. It's a fastball inside, ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Hannigan worked a full count back to open up the third inning, the bottom of the third, and then was hit by a pitch. Would be stranded and retired in the 4-6-3 double play. So the 2-0 was swung on in line to left center field. That's down for a base hit. The left fielder and Van Brussingen will get it back into second base quite quickly. A single for Colin Hannigan, his first hit of the night. That is the 4th hit for Souris Valley this evening as well. So that brings up Justin Cooper, the 9-hole hitter, to the plate. And a good opportunity developing here for the Sabre Dogs. If Cooper can reach the top of the lineup for Souris Valley, and Caden Schwabe is on deck. And it's a very, very dangerous part of the lineup to face if you're a Cross or any pitcher here in the Expedition League. Here's his first pitch to Cooper. Cooper shows bunt, pulls back, and jumps out of the way as it's inside with a fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So with 1 out, Alex Miklas putting on the bunt play. The third baseman, Bramonti, will play in front of the bag here. Hannigan takes his lead from first base. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Cross from the stretch. Lifts and delivers, move over to first base. Hannigan will get back. Made a shift towards second base. And then was able to get back into first standing up with ease. His Cross didn't give it his best move right there. Again, slowed it down, lobbed it over to first. Not a big lead for Hannigan over there at first base. His Cross comes set. There goes Hannigan, the 0-1, swinging a fly ball, right center field. Mast ranging to his left in the gap. Right fielder Cardoso as well. It's the center fielder Mast who reaches up to make the catch in the gap for out number 2. So Hannigan, who was running on the pitch, will have to retreat to first base. Wouldn't be surprised if the hit and run was on there. Again, Cooper looked to shorten up right there, see it a little bit deeper, and try to push it in right center field, as you were told to on a hit and run. Just got underneath it, so that brings up Caden Schwabe here with 2 away. Schwabe has walked in his last 4 plate appearances after picking up 2 triples and 2 singles yesterday. Walked in his next 2 plate appearances, has walked in the first 2 tonight. Looking to put the ball in play here and potentially give the Sabre Dogs the lead or set up a good spot for Allinger, who looms on deck. Quick move over to first base. Getting back in safely with a head-first slide is Hannigan. So now we have identical score lines. 1 run on 4 hits, no errors for both ends here as we sit with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Schwabe digs back in. Open stance from the left side. Lefty on left. First pitch on the way is a breaking ball that's going to hit Schwabe on the backside, so he'll take first base. Second hit batter of the night from Cross. That is now 5 consecutive plate appearances in which Schwabe is not recorded an official at-bat. 4 walks, now a hit by pitch. First and second, 2 away. And a good spot for the Sabre Dogs to take the lead for the first time tonight as Alan Greer digs in. Greer came up with runners on first and second back in the third. Again, it was both Hannigan and Schwabe. As it is right now, the difference was there was 1 out, and he grounded into an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. Looking for a different result right here. Hannigan takes his lead from second. Schwabe at first. 1-1 game, bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch from Cross is a breaking ball that misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Greer second on the team and runs batted in, has 23. Miller, after a big night yesterday, breathing down his neck with 19. Greer digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. Cross from the stretch, third base side. 1-0 pitch is a fastball that misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, the count. 75th pitch of the inning coming up for Cross here. Will probably finish around where Parkhurst concluded his 5th inning of work. Again, very similar outings today. Both gave up a run to the first, scoreless to the first 3. As the next pitch is on its way, it's a fastball that misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Then both of them in the 5th inning got into trouble. Parkhurst was able to weave out of it here. Looks like Cross is having a tough time as he has a 3-0 count here on Greer with 2 outs. We'll see if Greer gets a green light right now, a hot hitter. As Cross's pitch is on its way, it's a fastball that misses outside for ball 4. So the first walk of the inning allowed by Cross, 3rd of the ball game, as that loads the bases here for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fantastic spot is a tough hitter, and Bo Brewer is walking to the plate. We're going to see a meeting at the mound with Montario May and his pitcher in Cross. First baseman Skelton joins along with the catcher McKenna. Again, maybe going through a scouting report on Brewer right here. You got to be mighty careful with him. Again, hitting .512 coming into tonight. Now has 30 RBIs in the year after his infield single in the first, has picked up a hit in each of the 21 games to start the year. As May will head back to the third base dugout. Again, the bases are loaded here with 2 away. Hannigan at third after his single to left. Schwabe at second after the hit by pitch. And Greer at first base after the walk. Good speed on every single bag as well here. And with 2 outs, all will be going on contact. We're going to see a marathon around the base paths if Brewer puts one into the gap right now. The base is loaded. Cross going from the windup, third base side. Turns and tosses. Pitch on the way is a breaking ball that bites the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Brewer 4 for 13 in the last series. Has slowed down just a little bit. Batting average still above 500. His cross turns and tosses. The 0-1 pitch. Misses. No, make that a strike at the knees. Another late call. No balls, 2 strikes to count. After some cloud coverage, the sun peeking through once again here at Corbett Field. Shadows looming in from the outfield walls as well as behind the first base grandstands. Cross a strike away from a big out right here. Bases loaded, 2 away. 0-2 the count. He twists and tosses his pitch on the way, swinging a soft ground ball up the middle. Shortstop Cordes to his left. He can't get it. Into center field for a base hit. Here comes Hannigan. Right behind him is Schwabe. 2 runs are in as the SaberDogs take a 3-1 lead. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, a soft chopper up the middle. Both the shortstop and Cordes and second baseman Connor are playing straight up instead of ranging up the middle. And this one snuck through for a base hit. And with every runner going on contact and with a good speed in the bags, both Hannigan and Schwabe were able to score. Bo Brewer leads it 3-1 here as he's driven in all 3 runs tonight. He now has 32 RBIs on the year as that brings up Dalton Bowling to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, looking to break out of a small skid here. As the first pitch is a fastball for a strike at the knees, 0-1. So now your base runners, Greer at second base, Brewer at first, 3-1 your score in favor of Souris Valley after 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Drew Miller on deck as Bowling digs back in. 0-1 from Cross is a breaking ball that bites the outside corner at the knees. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Bowling struck out on a 3-2 fastball up and out of the strike zone his last time up, looking to put the ball in play right here at the very least. Greer takes his lead from second. Brewer from first, not being held on, of course, with Greer in front of him. 0-2 on the way, swinging a broken bat line drive down the third base line and foul. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Looked like that was capped off the end of the bat from Bowling as he stares at the end of his lumber. We'll take it back to the first base dugout as he taps the knob on the ground to see if it sounds broken. That looks to be the case. As Austin Hammerly will hand him a brand new bat, a maroon bat. Bowling's going to also ask for some pine tar here. He's going to get that from the porch of the first base dugout, apply it here. So again, your situation, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. First and second now with Greer at second, Brewer at first, 2 runs in on the 2-run single from Bo Brewer, who continues to lead this team, now has 32 RBIs in the year. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He's driven in all 3 runs. So Bowling digs back in. Let's see if the new lumber can get him a base hit right here. He digs back in, taps his helmet, waves his bat in the air towards the pitcher and Cross. Now lifts it above his right shoulder. Cross set from the third base side. Kicks, fires the 0-2, swinging a high fly ball, shallow right. Cardoso ranging in, second baseman Connor going out. It's the right fielder Cardoso who lunges in to make the grab to retire the side. But productive inning for Souris Valley as they send 7 men to the plate, bring around 2 runs to score on the 2 RBI single from Bo Brewer. We're heading to the top half of the second inning. Your score, the SaberDogs 3, the Trappers 1. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley SaberDogs Radio Network.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley SaberDogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Pass the Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
Top half of the 6th inning, 3-1 Sabre Dogs after the 2-run single from Bo Brewer in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Again, very quick ball game so far. Just about an hour and a half into this one, and we're in the top of the 6th already. As it'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up against Dominic Parkhurst here in this 6th inning. Tyler Skelton, the cleanup hitting first baseman, will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts, both to the shortstop in Justin Cooper. So the first lead of the night here for Parkhurst as he takes the mound and comes set from the first base side. He kicks and fires. His first pitch on the way. He's a weak swing and miss on a breaking ball that Skelton is out in front of for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. So 77 pitches now here as we open up the top of the 6th frame. Parkhurst leads it for the side. Long look in as he comes set from the first base side. He kicks and tosses. The 0-1 on the way is down and in the dirt. Picked by Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. For the Trappers, while they played the Sabre Dogs a lot last year, they were in the Lewis Division, in fact. The majority of those games were over in Pierre at Hyde Stadium. In fact, just 1.5 games here at Corbett Field where the Trappers played. So the next pitch is down away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Game 1 was a blowout win for Pierre. Game 2 was the inaugural Jordan Sports Night. Again, we saw that back earlier this week against the Spuds on Wednesday, where the Sabre Dogs actually wore jean shorts in that ball game as the 1-1 is chopped to third. Bowling fields on a hop in fair territory, head high. His throw to first is in time to retire Skelton for out number 1. 5-3 put out. Skelton is now grounded out all 3 times tonight. So that is out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. But for those of you that weren't able to tune in on Wednesday, it was a wacky game. Making it even more wild was the fact that the Sabre Dogs were wearing jean shorts on the field. Now, that wasn't the first time they had done that. They also did it in August last year against this very Trappers team, but it only lasted an inning and a half because of heavy rain here in Minot, North Dakota. So the first pitch on the way to Bramante is cut on a miss, strike 1. 0-1 looks like an off-speed pitch running down and in. So the game was postponed after an inning and a half. The good news at the time was that the Sabre Dogs could resume that game the next day because they were traveling to Pierre for 3 more games. As the 0-1 is down away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The only disappointing part is that it couldn't be finished at Corbett Field. The Trappers and the Sabre Dogs finished the next 8.5 innings. It was a loss for the Sabre Dogs, a big win for the Trappers. The next pitch just swung on and missed 4 strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Then the Sabre Dogs took game 2 of the doubleheader. So that was the good news if you're a Sabre Dogs fan. The most disappointing part for many is, of course, given that it was at a different ballpark, a different day, they did not finish in jorts. So only an inning and a half of that game was in the jean shorts. As the next pitch is swung on a chop to short. Cooper plays in the long hop, steps across, throws to first. That's in time to retire Bramante by a step for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. 4 consecutive batters retired by Parkhurst. So that brings up Colin Adams here with 2 away in the top of the 6th. The good news for Sabre Dogs fans last Wednesday was we had the first full Jordan Sports Night. We played all 8.5 innings because it was a Sabre Dogs win here at home at Corbett. And it was a dramatic 6-5 victory. The fans were quite into it, very loud, especially in the conclusion of that ball game. With so many lead changes, a lot of controversial plays, a lot of fireworks from Alex Miklos and Sean Walsh. There's a broken bat pop-up into left center field. Rearranging to his right. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch. So that will retire the side. If you like broken bats, this is your ball game. That's the 3rd or 4th tonight as Parkhurst faces the minimum and sets down the Trappers 1-2-3 for the 3rd time tonight. We're heading to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 3-1 Sabre Dogs, your score, as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
The Sabre Dogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns N' Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
Bottom half of the 6th inning, 3-1 Sabre Dogs your score. It'll be southpaw Ryan Cross out for his 6th inning of work. Again, if he can get through this inning, would be in line for a quality start. 3 runs through 6. Going to get Drew Miller to lead it off, lefty on left. The first pitch is a breaking ball, down away ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Miller 1 for 2 tonight, singled in the 4th, stole the base, got himself in the scoring position, but was stranded after Williams ground out to short. Here's the 1-0 from Cross, misses down away ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, as the Expedition League continues to pound Miller away here. That's been the scouting report on him. And the Spuds made a mistake with him last night, throwing a pitch inside, as the next pitch is down away ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, and he got all of it, blasting it off the scoreboard in right center. Surprised he didn't break a panel out there. So the 3-0 pitch is on its way. It's a fastball right over the middle of the plate for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swinging a black Victus bat tonight, a silver Victus logo that in the sunshine is glistening with a rainbow reflection. Very pretty bat. So the 3-1 is swung on and flied in the air to right. Cardoso ranging to his right into the right center field gap. He'll camp underneath it in his tracks to make the catch for out number 1. So back-to-back flyouts to Cardoso in that direction. Miller now 1 for 3 tonight as that brings up Jordan Williams to the plate. Williams 0 for 2, flew out to left in the 2nd, grounded up to short, as we mentioned, with Miller at 2nd. Back in the 4th inning. He's going to look to show his Minot State buddies in the third base dugout some of the same production that they saw over at MSU this year. As the first pitch is swung on and hammered out to deep left field. All Van Brussigin can do is watch this one fly way out of here. Jordan Williams right on cue leaves the yard for home run number 3 on the year. It's now a 4-1 Sabre Dogs lead, and Ballard, I was 1 at-bat away. I said he was homering in his 2nd at-bat. He does it at number 3. Either way, it counts the same as he will cross home plate, and he admired that one. He knew it was gone off the bat. Flipped it dramatically in the direction of the first base dugout and took a long trot around first base. So home run number 3 on the year, 4-1 Sabre Dogs lead. So that brings up Chase Keaton to the plate. Keaton 0 for 2, popped up to 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th. So the pitch is on its way. Breaking ball in the inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And it was hard to see where that ball landed from our angle, but based off the reaction from both the left fielder and Van Brussigin and Williams at the plate, it flew a long way. A 1 pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So 85 pitches now through 6 1/3 of it, make that 5 1/3 of an innings work. As Keaton digs back in. 1 away here, 1 run in is Cross from the third base side. Will stay on the rubber as Keaton calls time. And trying to slow down the pace here is Cross facing his catcher. Twists and tosses, the 0-2 on the way, swinging a bounding ball in the short. Cordes plays in the long hop, picks it up, throws off his back foot to first. That's in time to retire Keaton for out number 2. So good bounce back after the home run given to Williams. As Colin Hannigan will come to the plate. And for those of you not understanding my reference to Ballard, the pregame show we always have a pick to click. Ballard asked me when Jordan Williams was hitting a home run. I said his 2nd at-bat, left the yard in his 3rd. We'll take it, however, and that was quite impressive. We talked about the Alan Greer bat flip back in Sioux Falls last Saturday. That was impressive, very reminiscent of Tim Anderson. As the first pitch is on its way, it's a fastball at the knees, strike 1, 0-1. That one from Williams right there was quite fun to watch as well. Hannigan digs back in. The 0-1 on the way is down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Almost looked like a Robinson Cano sort of finish where the end of the bat slammed to the ground and he flicked it up with his hands. There's a swing on our line. Drive, diving catch by Brahmani at third base. Are you kidding me? What a play as he takes an extra base hit away from Colin Hannigan, ranging to his right, left high in the air, held on by his fingertips as he landed on the third base line. Big inning for the Sabre Dogs. They pick up one more run on the impressive shot from Jordan Williams, his 3rd long ball of the year. Running to the top half of the 7th inning, your score, Sabre Dogs 4, Trappers 1.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Join us at Corbett Field.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Join us at Corbett Field to watch your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. It's this Wednesday, and you know what that means. Boneless wings at the stadium, buffalo barbecue. Either way, come on over to the field to be a part of the fun. Tickets on sale now. You won't want to miss it. The game starts at 7:05.
Back third of this ball game already here as the Sabre Dogs lead 4-1 in the top of the 7th inning. It's going to be Dominic Parkhurst out for inning number 7 of work, trying to match his season high, which came back on the 25th on opening night, where he struck out 11 batters through 7 innings. So far, through 6 innings, has allowed just 1 run on 4 hits and has picked up 5 strikeouts along the way. First pitch on the way to Patrick Connor is a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Connor 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to third, was the last strikeout victim from Parkhurst, number 5 of the night, as we mentioned. Now a 3-run cushion for him here after the Jordan Williams blast out to left. A 1 pitch, weak 3/4 swing and a miss for strike 2 on a breaking ball down the way out of the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. After Connor, it'll be Caden Cardoso and Braden Cordes. 6, 7, and 8 due up here. Parkhurst leans for the side, first base side. The rubber heat comes set at the chest. Lifts and fires, the 0-2 on the way, buried in the dirt, blocked by Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So for Parkhurst, his next pitch will be number 95 on the evening here. And if he could get through 7, you got to imagine Alex Miklas would be very happy with that. So the 1-2 pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3. Climbed the ladder with a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Second straight plate appearance in which Patrick Connor has struck out swinging. That's number 6 on the night for Parkhurst, and out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. So the battle between the MSU foes continues here between Caden Cardoso and Dominic Parkhurst as he tips his cap at him and tells him to get into the left-hander's batter's box. Cardoso 0 for 1, lined out to right, was hit by a pitch back in the 5th inning. Would be stranded in scoring position after he advanced to the second base on a bunt as the first pitch is a fastball swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. A fastball running away from the left-handed hitting Cardoso. Cardoso trying to slow down the pace of Parkhurst here as he steps out, readjusts the batting gloves, wide open stance from the left side as the 0-1 pitch is on its way. Misses up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shortstop Cooper ranging a bit up the middle right now, a couple steps onto the cut of the outfield grass. Second baseman and Keaton as well playing back onto the outfield grass. Yeah, 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike to count with 1 away. So the pitch is on its way. Breaking ball on the inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Sun shining once again. It's fluctuated tonight with some cloud coverage moving in and out. As Cardoso digs back in. Still 0 for his last 6, looking for his first hit in a couple of nights. As Parkhurst delivers the 1-2. Fastball misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Starting to see a right-hander warm up in the bullpen for the Sabre Dogs. Believe that is Jaden Beck. Parkhurst from the wind already set as Cardoso digs back in. He turns, kicks, fires. The 2-2 buried in the dirt, blocked by Hannigan for ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, no one up in their bullpen. As Parkhurst comes set from the first base side, turns and tosses the payoff pitch. Fastball just a bit up and away for ball 4. So Cardoso will take the walk. Second time he's reached as he once again exchanges words with Parkhurst on his trip over to first base. So 1 out, 1 base runner here for the Trappers as they look to inch back closer into this 3-run deficit. Braden Cordes, the shortstop, will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1, strikeout looking. Also bunted over Cardoso over to second base back in the 5th inning. So the first pitch is on the inside corner, strike one. No balls, 1 strike to count. Jaden Beck continuing to warm up in the Souris Valley pen. As Parkhurst leads it for the side, first base side. Tall right-hander comes, sat at the chest. Cardoso takes his lead from first. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a line drive left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Schwabe to cut it off, ranging towards the left field line. Heading for third is Cardoso. He'll get there standing up as the throw comes back in the second. That'll be a single for Braden Cordes, his first hit of the night. He's now 1 for 2. So the Trappers are threatening here. Runners at the corners with 1 away. So that'll bring out head coach Alex Miklos to the mound right here. And we'll see if he is going to take Parkhurst out of this ball game. The entire infield meeting with Parkhurst on the mound. They're going to give him some fist bumps as well. As Alex Miklos faces towards the bullpen down the right field line, has not made a call. Due up will be the top of the order, make it the 9-hole hitter, and Thomas McKenna. As Miklos steps onto the hill with the entire infield now, he's going to have a conversation with his right-hander here tonight. Again, runners at the corners here, 1 away after the walk to Cardoso and the single to Cordes. That single to Cordes just the 5th hit allowed by Parkhurst tonight. It's also the first hit allowed since the 4th inning on the single from Colin Adams. So Miklos will take the ball from Parkhurst as he shakes hands with Colin Hannigan, Dalton Bowling, Justin Cooper, and the rest of his infielders after a fantastic performance tonight. He'll finish his night tossing 6 1/3 of an innings pitched. Will be responsible for Cardoso at third, Cordes at first base. We're going to see Jaden Beck coming in for the Sabre Dogs, inheriting a 1st and 3rd 1-out jam here in the top of the 7th inning as the Sabre Dogs lead it 4-1. What a performance from Dominic Parkhurst after a dominant opening day start. Comes back after 2 weeks and puts together another masterpiece. Beck trying to keep this a 3-1 lead. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
The Souris Valley Sabre Dogs are back for another fan giveaway. Fridays are always for our fans. This giveaway will be a water bottle brought to you by the North Star Community Credit Union. The first 500 fans to attend will get one of these Sabre Dog branded water bottles. Come out to watch the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play against the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05 at Corbett Field and be a receiver of the giveaway.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 4-1 Sabre Dogs, your score here. Jaden Beck, the new arm on the mound here for the Sabre Dogs. 1-0 record with a 3.0 ERA. This will be his 5th outing of the year. Has been very good for Souris Valley this season. 15 strikeouts to 4 walks in 12 innings. So 4-1 your score here for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. The tying run coming to the plate here in Thomas McKenna. And if it weren't for that home run from Jordan Williams back in that 6th inning, the go-ahead run's at the plate right now. Beck from the stretch, first pitch, swing and a miss, big rip for strike one. No balls, 1 strike. Beck had a couple of appearances back in Sioux Falls, combined for 7 innings, allowed 4 runs in that span on 10 hits, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. Hannigan going through first and third sides just in case Cardoso make that Cordes runs at first base. Cardoso at third. 4-1 Sabre Dogs your score. Beck leans it for the side. First base side, not a big lead at first for Cordes. As Beck kicks and fires, the 0-1 on the way, swinging a line drive, slicing foul on the right field line for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. For Beck, his first 2 outings of the year were quite good. Went 5 innings, did not allow a run, only allowed 3 hits to 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. And even add in that tougher outing back on June 13th last Sunday, and was still very, very productive. Kept the Sabre Dogs in that game. They would lose 9-10 in 10 innings as the 0-2 is on its way. There goes the runner, pitch down the way. Hennigan's throw to second on a hop. Now coming around to score from third base is Cardoso. Now counting a run down is Cordes as the ball got away from Keaton. He now throws to Brewer, who will throw back to the shortstop, and Cooper, who's going to run Cordes back to the first base bag and apply the tag with his bare hand a couple feet away from first base. So again, a first and third steal play. 1 run is in. It's 4-2 Sabre Dogs now, but being thrown out at second will be Braden Cordes. And again, Cordes going with the half steal right there, stopping midway. And what made this difficult was Keaton did not field the one-hop throw from Hennigan cleanly. So if Cordes ran straight through, he's likely safe at second, and coming around to score with ease would be Cardoso. But because he stopped, he then had to run back, allowed Keaton to pick up the ball, then throw to Brewer at first base to keep him in the rundown, and Cooper, of course, the shortstop, eventually tagged him out. So 2 away now. The 1-2 pitch on the way to McKenna is swung on and chopped down the third base side and foul. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Trappers get that run back off the bat of, or I should say get the run back from the home run off the bat of Jordan Williams. A 2-run deficit now as Souris Valley leads 4-2 here in the top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch on the way, breaking ball down the way, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So that run will be charged to Dominic Parkhurst, so you can officially close the book on him tonight. 6 1/3 of an inning's work, 2 runs. Both of them earned 6 strikeouts as well. Very good stuff. 2-2, swinging a comebacker right back to Beck as he stabs out of the air, fields it on a hop, shortens up, and flips to Brewer at first base in plenty of time to retire the side. The Trappers pick up 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. Stretch time here at Corbett Field as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-2 Sabre Dogs, your score.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
This is Declan Buckle, shortstop for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, with a message to you from Four Bears Casino. Four Bears is excited to welcome you aboard as they have plenty of fun events planned for the summer, including Dwight Yoakam on June 19th. They're now open 7 days a week and are giving away a brand new Ford truck and camper on July 3rd. Not only that, but their water park opens June 15th, and you can take a cruise or book a private party this summer on their luxury yacht. Go to fourbearscasino.com for complete hours and more details.
Last of the 7th inning, 4-2 Sabre Dogs, your score. New pitcher on the mound here for the Trappers. In fact, their second pitcher of the night is Ryan Cross's evening will be finished. It'll be right-hander Brent Bramlett out of Meridian, Idaho. This will be his 8th outing of the year, 0-3 record with a 15.57 ERA. Struck out 6 batters to 17 walks, 8 2/3 of an innings pitched, so command has been a struggle. In fact, has walked 3 or more batters 4 times in his 7 outings this season. So expect the Sabre Dogs to be quite patient tonight. As it could be make that the 9-hole hitter to lead it off for the Sabre Dogs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Justin Cooper, who's 0 for 2, struck out looking in the 3rd, flew out to center in the 5th inning. So it'll be Cooper, Schwabe, and Greer as the Sabre Dogs look to extend their lead. A 2-run lead after 1 more run in the top of the 7th frame for the Trappers. Pitch on the way to Cooper is a fastball that misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So that home run from Williams becoming that much more important. Gave them a 3-run lead, which is now diminished to 2. So the 1-0 is a fastball down low. Make that a fastball to knees for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bramlett has had 2 outings in which he is not allowed to run. Against the Sunfish on June 7th and against the Moo on June 12th. So the next pitch is swung on and fouled off the fist straight back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stands at 6'4", 185 pounds, product of Spokane Falls Community College. Just like the latter pitcher, the starter tonight, and Ryan Cross. Still 1-2 is on its way, swinging a soft chopper to third. Going to be a tough play. Barmer ready, picks on the hop, throws across his body to first. It's in time to retire Cooper at first place. Barmer, Barmramani with a tremendous play ranging in hard to the third base side. Had to charge it quickly knowing how fast that Cooper runs. Picked it on an in-between hop. Quickly slung it sidearm to first base, throwing across his body for out number 1. So Cooper now 0 for 3 tonight. That'll bring up Caden Schwabe to the plate. First pitch on the way is a fastball. That misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And Bramani, apologize to Bramani for the struggle with his name, as Bramlett delivers the 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So for Schwabe, it's been 5 consecutive plate appearances in which he has not recorded an at-bat. 2 walks in his 5th and 6th plate appearances last night. Walk, hit by pitch tonight. 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 4-2 Sabre Dogs, your score here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Really tight matchup tonight. Bramlett from the windup. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a foul off to the left side. Softly hit off the fists for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No one up at the Sabre Dogs pen. Jaden Beck likely coming out for the 8th inning. For the Trappers, it looks like a lefty is up. And Schwabe digs back in. Alan Greer on deck will be followed by Bo Brewer. Is Bramlett. Winds, kicks, fires. The 2-2. That is just a bit inside. Ball 3. Really close spot from Bramlett. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Dominic Parker's walking down the right field line. Is walking close to fair territory. Was waving to his teammate in Caden Cardoso in right field. Now backpedaling towards the bullpen. So the next pitch is up and away for ball 4. So Schwabe will take the walk. That is now 6 consecutive plate appearances in which he's reached base and not recorded an at-bat. 5 of which have been walks. 1 a hit by pitch. Is Dominic Parkhurst continues to have a conversation, chirping with the right fielder in Cardoso. He is as close as you could get to fair territory down the right field line right now. Very emphatic with his hand motions. Again, buddies with Cardoso in right field. Very fun stuff. He's now stepped into fair territory. You're going to have to be careful as he's still standing down the right field line right now. Here's the pitch on the way to Greer. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Those two just having a casual conversation right there. Gotta love it. Again, Parker's likely walking out to the bullpen, making a little pit stop to talk to Cardoso. Schwabe now takes his lead from first base. Here's the pitch. Schwabe goes, pitch outside, throw down to second from McKenna is not going to be in time. A stolen base for Caden Schwabe, his first of the night, 21st on the season. As he's now in scoring position here with 1 away. So 2 balls, no strikes will be the count here on Alan Greer. Parker's still chatting with Cardoso in right field. I'm surprised an umpire hasn't told him to get a little bit more out and play right here. I believe from my angle, it looks like at least 1 foot's on the right field line. But you got to love it. Very fun. It's summer ball. So the 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1, 2-1. And that's what you got to love about this is teammates who play in college or even just buddies around the country get to play against each other and see each other for a few nights. In fact, Bramlett and Cross, the both pitchers tonight for the Trappers, are from Spokane Falls Community College, as the 2-1 is swung on a miss for strike 2, 2-2. Both of them go to the same school, is David Chiron and Shane Sinclair, who are both pitchers on the Sabre Dogs. So obviously those two getting to meet up. We saw Ethan Moore, Chase Keaton, and Jaden Schaefer and Sioux Falls last weekend. Get to see one of their teammates on the Sunfish as well. You just got to love it. It's so much fun. And you can see the chemistry between Parkhurst and Cardoso right here as the next pitch is up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now. So they're still chatting down that right field line. Again, very reminiscent of, reminds me of Miguel Cabrera, who's always having fun at first base with many players. As the count is full, at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way to Greer is a fastball up and in, 4 ball 4, second straight walk that Greer has drawn. First and second with 1 away as that brings up Bo Brewer to the plate, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. So maybe Parkhurst just walked down that right field line and talked to Cardoso. My thought was that he was on his way to the bullpen. Definitely not to throw pitches, but maybe just wanted to hang down there with some of the other bullpen pitchers. But it looks like he's just down there to have a cup of coffee with his buddy in Caden Cardoso in right field. First and second now, 1 away. Bo Brewer at the plate. Schwabe at second, Greer at first. Tremendous speed. Brewer's driven in 3 of the 4 runs tonight for Souris Valley. So the first pitch is a fastball inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. After Brewer, it'll be Dalton Bowling, Andrew Miller. As Bramlett leans in for the side, first base side. 4-2 Sabre Dogs, your score. As Brewer digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. Bramlett from the stretch. There go the runners. The 1-0 is a pitch down low. Throw down to second from the catcher. McKenna is not in time. Brewer picks up the stolen base, his first of the night. Schwabe gets his second in the inning as well. For Schwabe, the stolen base number 21, Greer number 20. Basically a carbon copy of what we saw in the first inning where it was first and second. SaberDogs pulled the double steal off, and the catcher, McKenna, instead of throwing to get Schwabe at third base, tried to get Greer at second. First time, he got the back runner and Greer caught him stealing. Second time, Greer wins the battle. So second and third now. Here with one away, 2 balls, no strikes on the Expedition League leading hitter in Bo Brewer. Infield now drawn in. As Brewer digs in, looking for a pitch to drive. Bramlett's pitch on the way is a breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by the catcher and McKenna, who slides to his right to block it. 3 balls, no strikes to count here with 1 away. Dalton Bowling looming on deck. Again, a base is open for Bramlett. If he wants to put Brewer on, that would set up a force at all bags with 1 away with the double play in order to retire the side. We'll see if he challenges Brewer, and we'll see if Miklos gives Brewer the green light as well. Here's the 3-0 pitch. It misses down and in. 4-4. So a walk to Brewer. That's 3 consecutive walks out of the right hand of Bramlett. As we're going to see a meeting at the mound now with one of the assistant coaches for the Trappers with Bramlett. Again, just trying to calm down his pitcher, maybe go through some mechanical adjustments as the command has not been there to the last 3 hitters. Meanwhile, for Dalton Bowling, this is a big at-bat right now. We talked about his struggles here on this homestand. This is a great spot for him to break out. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts, a fly out to right. Again, all he has to do is elevate a fly ball to score Schwabe from third base, who has good speed. A ball in the gap likely clears the bases as Schwabe stands at third, Greer at second, Brewer at first. All great speed, all in double digits in stolen bases, including Greer and Schwabe, who have 20 and 21 respectively now. So Bramlett kicks his right foot behind the rubber now. Looking to reset here. Again, a ground ball double play from getting out of this jam. Force it all backs. Corners drawn in at first and third. Middle playing back. Everybody in the Trappers defense looking for a double play ball. Bramlett turns, kicks, fires from the wide. First pitch is down and in. His Bowling scoots away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Outfield straight up, your arms left to right. Van Brusigen, Mast, and Cardoso. Bramlett from the wide. Twists and tosses, low 1-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. A big hack from Bowling right there as he got a fastball over the plate. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Bramlett from the first base side. Turns, kicks, fires. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big crowd on hand tonight has been treated to a good one here. A much tighter ball game, but a great chance for the SaberDogs to break the floodgates open right here. Bases loaded, 1 away. 2-1 from Bramlett on the way. Fastball misses up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. So if you're Bramlett, you have to throw a pitch over the plate right here. Of course, a walk would force in a run. If you're Bowling, you're looking for a good pitch to drive into a gap right here, and to likely get one. With the bases loaded and 1 away and nowhere to put him. 3-1 pitch is a fastball. That is a strike on the inside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A loud groan from the fans here at Corbett. As it was a pitch inside, looked to maybe be an inch or 2 inside off the plate. Bowling took a couple steps towards first base, flipped the bat to the dugout, has to retreat now. Again, a late call from the home plate umpire. Rally towels in play, waving back and forth, a sea of white here in the home plate grandstands. Dalton Bowling digs in. The payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. Count will remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the ball rolls back onto the field. Gotta love the rally towel promotion tonight. Feels like playoff baseball. Looks like playoff baseball. For the pitcher and Bramlett on the mound, when those towers are waving, that'll be a little bit of a distraction as peripheral vision as well. Payoff pitch on the way is a fastball taken down the way for ball 4. So Bowling will work the walk. That is 4 consecutive free passes out of the right hand of Bramlett. Give Bowling an RBI, his 9th on the season. As the SaberDogs extend their lead to 3, it's now 5-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And we mentioned it coming into this inning. For Bramlett, he had struggled mightily with his command. Coming in with 17 walks in this ball game, as we're going to see the head coach for the Trappers in Monterio May walk out to the mound. It looks like he might be taking the ball from his right-hander. And that's going to be a case is we're going to see a left-hander come into this ballgame for the Trappers to inherit a bases-loaded one-out situation. Your runners bowling at first, Brewer at second, Greer at third base, 1 run already in, as Drew Miller will lead it off when we come back. 5-2, Sabre Dogs your score. They're looking for more as they have the bases loaded with 1 away. We'll be right back.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Past the Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
In times like these,
Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 run already in as the Sabre Dogs lead 5-2. Bases loaded, 1 away for Drew Miller. Montario May, head coach for the Trappers, playing matchups here. He's going to bring the left-hander and Gannon Ruckman to face the left-hander and Drew Miller. Bowling at first, Brewer at second, Greer at third. 3-run lead for the Sabre Dogs. Lefty on left. Ruckman's first pitch is on its way. It's a fastball that misses up and in. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. This will be outing number 2 for Ruckman. The first came on the 15th of June against the Sunfish, when an inning and 2/3 allowed 4 earned runs on 6 walks and a strikeout. So the walks have been an issue for pitchers in the last 2 hurlers for the Trappers this season, as the 1-0 is on its way to Miller. Up and in, gets away to the backstop. Here comes Alan Greer to the throw of the plate. There will be none, as Greer will stand or score standing up. That'll be a wild pitch. Ball 2, a run scores. It's 6-2 Souris Valley. So not the start that Ruckman was looking for. Meanwhile, on the play, Bowling advances to second base. Brewer to third. As Miller will dig back in. The infield drawn in here. On deck, Jordan Williams. Ruckman from the third base side, Pearson for the sign. Miller digs back in. Has 1 in tonight and a stolen base, both of which came in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. 2-0 pitch is up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, the count as Miller leans out of the way. So Miller likely taking all the way, as Ruckman is yet to throw a strike. Again, 6 walks in an inning and 2/3 of an innings pitched. Ruckman comes set, third base side. Kicks and delivers. The 3-0 is a fastball over the outside corner at the chest height. First strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. As we're seeing a righty tossed down to the Sabre Dogs bullpen. May be Jaden Beck. We've said the rest for a long time. Maybe just wanted to keep that arm fresh. Second and third, 1 away. Hitters count for Miller. 3-1, 6-2 Sabre Dogs lead. Ruckman from the stretch. Pitch on the way is a fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Strike 2. Count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Ruckman able to climb back into this count. Bowling takes his lead from second. Brewer from third base. Miller just looking to put it in play and extend the Sabre Dogs lead to 7, if not more. Here's the 3-2 on the way. Swinging a pop-up left side, slicing out of play. Count will remain full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And again, correction, their run total to 7. A run here would extend their lead to 5 as they lead by 4, 6-2. Looks like that was Jaden Beck as he's walking back with Lance McDonald, one of the catchers here in the Sabre Dogs, to the first base dugout. Just trying to stay fresh. As Ruckman comes set again. Here's his payoff pitch one more time. It's a breaking ball that's down and in for ball 4. So that'll be a walk to Drew Miller. That is now 5 consecutive walks allowed by the Trappers pitching staff here in this bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Jordan Williams to the plate. And man, oh man, did he launch one over the left field wall his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Now has 3 homers on the year, 15 RBIs, has the bases loaded with a left-hander and Gannon Ruckman at the plate. Brewer at third, Bowling at second, Miller at first base with one away. 6-2 Sabre Dogs, 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Ruckman's first pitch is a fastball that sails up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And if Williams gets a hold of one right here, this crowd will go crazy. Of course, Williams, a very well-known player in this area. As we mentioned last time up, goes to Minot State. The 1-0 pitch is on its way. Big rip and a miss on a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So for Williams, while there was a 2-week or so separation, now has 2 home runs in his last 3 games played. Also has 6 hits. 1-1 pitch is swung on and popped up to the right side, slicing out of play. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's what you want to see if you're Alex Miklos. Both Dominic Parkhurst returning for tonight's ball game after about 3 weeks, almost a month, and Williams after 2 weeks. Both coming in without missing a beat, have been fantastic through their returns. Williams will be his 2nd game since coming back. Parkhurst his first. So the 1-2 is a breaking ball bury in the dirt. Good take by Williams as he spits on it for ball 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Chase Keaton on deck. Then it'll be Colin Hannigan. Williams, the 7th batter of this frame. Again, 6-2 Sabre Dogs, bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ruckman from the stretch, kicks and fires. The 2-2, swinging a line drive, right center field. This one will get down for a base hit and roll past the center fielder Mass to the track. Here comes Brewer, right behind him, Bowling. In the 3rd, standing up goes Drew Miller. A 2-run double for Jordan Williams as he continues to mash against the Pierre Trappers. It's an 8-2 Sabre Dogs lead. 2nd and 3rd runs batted in on the night for Jordan Williams. Give him numbers 16 and 17 on the year, and an 8-2 Sabre Dogs lead. Really nice piece of hitting. Stuck with a pitch down away. Hit it hard into the gap in right center field. And the Sabre Dogs are not done yet. Chase Keaton coming to the plate. He's the 8th man to the dish as the infield will once again be drawn in. Miller at third. Williams at second. Ruckman leans in, comes set from the third base side. Kicks and fires. The pitch on the way is a fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ruckman leads it for the side, third base side of the rubber once again here as we see another right-hander starting to toss in the Sabre Dogs pen. 6-run lead now for them. 4 runs in this inning as the 1-0 is a fastball down and in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. So the double from Williams breaks the string of 5 consecutive walks combined from Bramlin and Ruckman. Doesn't get much better with the double from Williams that brought in 2. Hitters count here for Keaton, 2-0. Pitch on the way is a fastball that misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. So the Trappers really struggling to throw strikes here in this inning. It started out with Ryan Cross, who was very good tonight, very efficient. And he got through 6 innings. Only walked a couple of batters, 3 to be exact. So the 3-0 is on its way. That's a fastball that misses outside for ball 4. It's going to be the 6th walk of the inning allowed by Trappers pitching, as the bases are now once again loaded. So that brings up the 9th man to the dish in this frame, and Colin Hannigan. So a right-hander continuing to warm up in the Trappers bullpen right now. Lefty on right here as Hannigan's 1 for 2. A single and a line out to third was robbed of an extra base hit on a nice diving play by Bramante. First pitch on the way is a fastball outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Saw 9 walks from the Spuds pitching staff back in the series opener on Monday. We're getting close to that right here with 6 in this inning. 9 in total, in fact, so that ties it. So the 1-0 pitch is down and in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Excuse me, make that a strike. My apologies. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Correction again. Sorry, some confusion with the scoreboard here at Corbett. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Ruckman comes set from the stretch, third base side. Pitch on the way is down and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. His last 2 games, Hannigan now 2 for 6. Has driven in 6 runs this year. Keaton takes his lead from first. Williams from second. Miller from third. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kicks, fires. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. So this game was buzzing by for the first 6 innings. Took about an hour and a half. Now we sit at about 9:10 local time, hitting the 2-hour mark. pace has really slowed down after the amount of walks from the Trappers. The 3-1 is on its way. It misses down the way for ball 4. It's going to be the 7th walk of the inning. It's going to force in a run to score. That's Drew Miller, 7th RBI of the year now for Hannigan. So the SaberDogs take a 9-2 lead, and here comes head coach for the Trappers, Montario May, to the pitching mound. He's going to point out to the bullpen and bring in his 3rd pitcher of the inning. So that'll be it for Ruckman, who came into this ballgame, walked 3 batters, allowed all 3 runners he inherited to score, including 2 on the RBI double from Jordan Williams. We're going to see the 10th man to the plate when we come back, and Justin Cooper coming to the dish. A right-hander coming in for the Trappers. The SaberDogs still have the bases loaded with just 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5 runs are in. We'll tell you all you need to know about that new right-hander when we come back. Bottom half of the 7th inning. 3rd pitcher of the inning here for the Trappers. Started with Bramlett, then to Ruckman. Now it's going to be Brendan Perez to face the 10th batter of the inning in Justin Cooper. And again, the Trappers in this frame have combined for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walks. Bases loaded, 1 away for Justin Cooper, who opened up the inning with a ground out to 3rd. New pitcher Brendan Perez. First pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Strike 1, 0-1. And Perez has struggled in the walk category as well. 23 walks allowed in 7 innings pitched. So he's going to look to pound the strike zone here early on. Again, your base runners, Hannigan at first, Keaton at second, Williams at 3rd. Perez from the stretch. 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled straight back for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Cooper looking for his first hit. 0 for 3, a strikeout, a fly out to center, and a ground out to 3rd base. On deck is Caden Schwabe, who's also looking to coming to the plate for the 2nd time in this frame. So Perez ahead big time here. No balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander out of Lilburn, Georgia. Stands at 5'10", 215 pounds as he comes set from the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a chopper to 3rd. It's going to be a foul ball. The count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes here. So 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors for Pierre. 9 runs on 7 hits. No errors for the SaberDogs. And coming into this inning, it was a very clean ball game. Again, no errors, as we mentioned. Very efficient pitching. Defenders were making good plays, making every play. But after the 7 walks in this inning, it's gotten a little bit messy here. As Perez delivers the 0-2 pitch, it's a breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, McKenna, ranging to his right. It was a breaking ball, it looked like, from this angle that checked up from the right side over to the left, and McKenna was able to smother it and keep it in front of him. So the bases remain loaded here. 1-2 the count, 1 away, 9-2 SaberDogs. 5 runs in here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Perez from the stretch. Kicks, fires, the 1-2 on the way, swinging a soft ground ball, right side, that's through for a base hit. Williams will score, Keaton getting the stop sign at third. Hannigan doesn't see that, he's now running to third, he's caught in a run down. The first baseman, Skelton, cuts it off, throws to second, but it gets away from the shortstop, Cordes, into center field. Keaton will score, into third base goes Hannigan. Following right behind him into second is Justin Cooper. 2 runs are in now. And what a tough break for the Trappers as they had Hannigan run down. First of all, it was a single for Cooper, his first of the night. An RBI as well, his first run batted in of the season. Then Keaton got the stop sign at third base. And then as Keaton stopped at third, Hannigan was dead meat between second and third base. The first baseman, Skelton, cut the throw off. Threw a one-hopper to Cordes at short, who cannot pick it cleanly, which allowed Keaton to score. Hannigan to get to third and Cooper to second. So here's the first pitch on the way to Caden Schwabe. Fastball for a strike at the knees. No balls, 1 strike to count. So 10-2 your score now. 6 runs in this inning for the Sabre Dogs. As Schwabe digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. Cooper takes his lead from second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So it sounds like a broken record at this point. It's a tradition here with the Sabre Dogs this year as they continue to mash. 10 runs for back-to-back nights now. They had 20 yesterday. It's now 11 times in 21 games in which they've scored 10 or more runs. Unbelievable stuff. So the 0-2 is a fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Schwabe, the 11th man to the plate in this inning, is yet to record an official at-bat. Walk, hit by pitch, walk. Take his 2 last plate appearances from last night, add those, walk. 6 straight trips to the plate without recording an official at-bat, but still reaching. Perez leans it for the sign, comes set, first base side. The 1-2, swinging a cue shot, fouled straight back. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, a correction, 11-2 your score now is 2 runs scored on that play. So 11-2 lead for the Sabre Dogs here, 7 runs in this inning. As Perez leads it for the sign. He comes set from the first base side. Long hold, lifts, fires. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. For the Sabre Dogs last year, they had a good offense. Scored 10-plus runs plenty of times. But not at this rate. And again, we're not even halfway through the year. They are now scoring 10 or more runs in more than 50% of their games this year. As the 2-2 is on its way. Fastball misses up and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Came into tonight having scored more than 100 runs in the Trappers this year. Again, the Trappers last in runs scored. Souris Valley has 221 runs scored now through 21 ball games. That's averaging 10.5 runs per game. Perez from the stretch, payoff pitch on the way. He's a fastball on the outside corner for strike 3. As Schwabe strikes out looking. Tough man, 2 strike out. As that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So here comes Alan Greer to the plate. He's 1 for 2. A single, a 4-6-3. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play and has walked twice and stolen a bag. Now has 20 stolen bases on the year. Meanwhile, for the Trappers, with 2 runs tonight, they have now scored 91 runs through 19 games. That's an average of 4.7. So the first pitch to Greer is a fastball at the knees for strike 1, 0-1. So if we round up, the Trappers are averaging about 5 runs per game. The Sabre Dogs about 11, which is quite a big margin right there. Souris Valley leads by 9 tonight, 11-2. Second and third, 2 away. No balls, 1 strike on Greer. Perez from the stretch. His pitch on the way is swung on a line to left field. That's down for a base hit as it will roll down the left field line. Here comes Hannigan. Right behind him is Cooper. Into second with a head first slide. Safely is Greer. A 2-run double for him as the Sabre Dogs continue to add on. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, it's now 13-12. Here with 2 away. A double for Alan Greer, his second hit of the night. His first 2 RBIs of the evening. He now has 25 on the season. A 9-run bottom of the 7th frame for the Sabre Dogs. And here comes Bo Brewer. He's the 13th man to come to the plate in this inning right now. So 2 outs still as Perez looks to limit the damage to 9. As this game has gotten away from the Trappers. Remember, coming into this frame, they were trailing 4-2. Now trail by 11. First pitch on the way is a fastball inside. Gets away from the catcher McKenna to the backstop. Heading for third is Greer. He'll stop there. So a wild pitch. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away. As Greer is now 90 feet. away. Brewer having a good night. At one point, had driven in every run of the ball game. Coming into his inning, have driven in 3 of 4. As he had an RBI infield single in the first, a 2-run single back in the 5th with the bases loaded. Walked back earlier in this inning. Early on, he was the fourth man to come to the plate, in fact. His walk loaded the bases. Came around to score earlier as well as the 1-0 was spiked in the dirt, blocked by McKenna for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. He came around to score on that Williams 2-run double. That was about 10 minutes or so ago. So Perez, the third arm used by the Trappers in this inning. Again, it was left-hander Ryan Cross who got through the first 6 and limited the number one Expedition League offense to just 4 runs. Very impressive stuff as the 2-0 was swung on and lined over the leaping head of the second baseman Connor into right center field for a base hit. As solid contact as it gets. Greer comes around to score. It is now 14-2. Sabre Dogs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They have scored 10 runs in this frame. My goodness, this Souris Valley offense is unstoppable. So an RBI for Brewer. It's going to be his 3rd of the night, make that 4th of the night. He now has 33 on the year. It's also his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 4. Here comes Dalton Bowling, picked up a run batted in on the bases loaded walk earlier in the frame. First pitch is a fastball at the knees on the inside corner, strike 1. 0-1 the count. 14-3, make that 14-2. Sabre Dogs your score. As Perez comes set from the first base side. 0-1 pitch to Bowling in the dirt, blocked by the catcher McKenna. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So if you're listening on Mixler or YouTube, make sure to comment your player of the game. If the Sabre Dogs hold on to this lead, which is very likely, that player will be interviewed in our post-game show. Yesterday it was Drew Miller. A lot of candidates tonight. You can look at Bo Brewer, who's driven in 4 runs. Dominic Parkhurst, who tossed 6 very good innings, as the 0-1 is swung on and fouled into the glove of McKenna for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. You could choose Jordan Williams, who's picked up a home run and 3 RBIs. Plenty of options to choose from here. As the Sabre Dogs lead 14-2. Again, 10 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 11th time in 21 games in which they've eclipsed the 10-run total. So the next pitch is on the inside corner for strike 3. A fastball on the inside edge. Bowling doesn't like it, as that will retire the side. 3rd time he's been set down on strikes tonight, as that sends us to the top of the 8th inning. Sabre Dogs send 14 men to the plate. Now have 14 runs of the night as they pick up 10 runs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ready to the top half of the 8th. 14-2, Souris Valley, your score.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hey Sabre Dogs, the team has teamed up with Circle Sanitation to bring the fans a Minot Mallards throwback jersey night. The Sabre Dogs will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. The proceeds will go to the Cheering for Chance fundraiser. The team starts at 7:05 and the Dogs will be playing against the Badland Big Sticks.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
Hey Sabre Dogs, the team has teamed up with Circle Sanitation to bring the fans a Minot.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, top half of the 8th inning. 14-2 Sabre Dogs your score after a 10-run bottom of the 7th inning. Unbelievable stuff. It'll be Jaden Beck out for his second inning of work. Again, had a lot of time off. We saw him go down to the bullpen down the right field line to just stay warm. And about a 30-minute half inning right there for the Sabre Dogs. Again, bringing around 10 runs to score. His first pitch of the frame on the way. It misses inside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. He'll get the top of the Trappers' order here in the top of the 8th. Brennan Van Brusiggen to lead it off, who's 1 for 3 with a home run, which led off the game back in the first inning. Right-hander continues to warm up down in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. As Beck delivers the 1-0. Swing and a foul off the catcher Hannigan for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Sun continues to set on the horizon, glistening at the top of the trees beyond the outfield wall. Entire field covered in shadows now. Again, a very bright day, just as bright as the last 3 games here at Corbett, but a little bit cooler, about 10 degrees colder tonight. First pitch was about 72 degrees here on Minot as the next pitch is down away ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And for the players who are playing on the turf, which probably increases the temperature by a large margin, gotta love it starting at 72 degrees. Was not very hot the entire day even. Topped out about 83 as the next pitch is down away ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike versus a couple weeks ago. We saw temperatures get up to 102 at one point for batting practice. And imagine roasting there up on the turf. As Beck comes set from the first base side, fires the 3-1, swinging a chopper straight back for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count here on Beck. So 14-2 Sabre Dogs, your score here in the top of the 8th inning. Again, entered the bottom of the 7th before Souris Valley put 10 on the board. It was a 4-2 Sabre Dogs lead, and the Trappers were well into it. But they've lost control now here with 6 outs to work with. Beck from the stretch, kicks, fires. The payoff pitch on the way is inside for ball 4. That'll be a leadoff walk for Van Brusiggen. So that'll bring up Eric Mast, the center fielder, to the plate. Mast, 2 for 3 tonight. Single to the first. Second was backpicked by Hannigan to end that 3rd inning and flew out back in the 5th frame. So Beck from the first base side of the rubber leans in here. Leadoff walk, runner on first base. That's Van Brusiggen. That's going to be this next pitch on the way. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 the count. So Parker started this ball game off, went 6 1/3 of an inning's work, allowed 2 runs. Beck comes into the game in relief here, likely getting the full 8th inning as well. As he delivers the 0-1 pitch, swinging a broken back rumble to short. Cooper fields it on a couple hops, flips to second for 1. Keaton's relay to first base is in time. 6-4-3 twin killer erases the leadoff walk for Jaden Beck. Quickly 2 away here in the top of the 8th inning. A slow developing play for Cooper as he was hit off the end of the bat. Sounded like a broken bat, but Cooper with a lot of poise very patiently waited for it to hop into his glove, flip to Keaton at second base, who has a good arm, and fire to strike over to Brewer at first base to retire Mast. A speedy hitter make that by half a step. Here's Tyler Skelton now 0 for 3, 3 groundouts, 2 to short, 1 to third. Is back from the stretch, kicks and fires. First pitch, swing and miss. Weak swing as he was out in front for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Make sure to comment your player of the game below, both on Mixlr and YouTube, where we're both streaming tonight. Again, Dominic Parker, 6 1/3 of an inning's work. Jordan Williams, 3 RBIs, including a home run. Bo Brewer, 4 RBIs, 3 hits. As the next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Player with the most votes combined with both the YouTube and Mixer will be granted our post-game interview. The winner of last night was Drew Miller. As Beck comes set from the first base side. Lifts and fires. The 0-2 is down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Game 1 of this 3-game set. Game 2 will be tomorrow. Same start time, 7:05 here against the Trappers. Fans clapping their hands, getting into it. The little 1-2 from Beck. Swinging a soft ramble up the middle. Cooper ranging to his left. Picks it up. Throws to first across his body. Not in time. Would have been a heck of a play by Cooper, who ran a marathon to get that ball up the middle of the diamond. Again, started straight up, sprinted up the middle, picked it up, knew he had to hurry, got it to his throwing hand quickly, and while basically running towards right field, straight away right field, threw to first base in the opposite direction. But it was not in time to retire Skelton, who was hustling down the first base line. So that's his first hit. He's now 1 for 4, as that brings up Joey Bramonti to the plate. Bramonti 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts and a ground to short. Beck from the stretch. Delivers his first pitch. It's on the inside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count. 2 runs, 6 hits, and error for the Trappers. 14 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. Beck from the stretch. Kicks and tosses the 0-1. Misses up and in, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Righty continues to get up in the pen for the Sabre Dogs. A righty up as well as we speak for the Trappers. The Sabre Dogs due up in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Miller, Williams, and Keaton 5, 6, and 7 as the next pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Infield straight up and back with 2 outs. Brewer holding on. Skelton at first after his infield single. That's the 6th hit of the night for the Trappers. Outfield straight up as well. Beck leans it for the sign. He comes set first base side. Kicks and tosses the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Beck pumped up as he walks off the mound. Strikeout number 1 on him for him on the night. As we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, another 0 put up on the board as the Sabre Dogs lead it 14-12. Due up next will be Drew Miller, Jordan Williams, and Chase Keaton when we come back. You're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, 14-2 Sabre Dogs your score. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Souris Valley as Perez will be out for his second inning of work. Miller 1 for 3 tonight, a single and a stolen base. Walked back in the 7th, came around to score later in the inning as well as Perez comes set from the stretch, first base side. Winds up and fires the first pitch. Swing and a foul, straight back, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. A 10-run bottom of the 7th for the Sabre Dogs, really just fitting. As we mentioned, they have scored 10 or more runs now 11 times through 21 games. Doesn't surprise me that they were able to pick up 10 runs alone in 1 inning. Is the 0-1 to Brewers on its way. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And really, it's been a consistent show night in and night out. Even in games that are close, it seems that the Sabre Dogs are scoring a lot. A 10-9 loss on Sunday, an 18-13 win the other night. The 1-1 is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. At one point yesterday against the Spuds, it was 10-8. Sabre Dogs have scored 20, make that 10 runs in the last 2 innings to make it a 20-11 game. As Perez winds up and tosses the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball out to center field. Mast ranging back, sprinting in front of the track, now backpedaling underneath it to make the catch for out number 1. A loud sound off of the barrel of Drew Miller's bat. 1 up, 1 down here for Perez in the bottom of the 8th inning. Something that will probably get buried in the news of scoring 14 runs and likely a win for the Sabre Dogs is the fact that they also sent 14 men to the plate back in that 8th inning, make that 7th inning, which you also don't see too often. Almost batted around twice, which for me watching the Sabre Dogs for the last couple years, I have not seen that. As the first pitch to Jordan Williams is down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are $2 cheeseburgers at the concession stand.
So Williams will dig back in. 1-0 the count, having a good night. Driven in 3 runs, including a home run as he rips and misses at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taking a look at scores around the league. Moo trailing to the Big Sticks 8-6. The Pioneers beating the Sodbusters 3-1. Both of those in the 9th and 8th innings, respectively. Sasquatch tied with the Spuds 4-4, bottom 4. So the 1-1 pitch is swung on and looped into shallow right field. Coming in is Cardoso racing, and he dives, and he makes the catch and holds on. Nice play by Caden Cardoso, sprinting in towards the infield to rob his college teammate of a base hit. And Jordan Williams having a good time with Cardoso in right field, wagging his hand back at him, saying, "Why you got to do that to me?" Now they're on different teams. Cardoso, of course, making a nice diving catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here for Perez in the bottom of the 8th inning. That brings up Chase Keaton to the plate. The big game for the Sabre Dogs is the Horseheads Tommyknockers game. Currently in the top of the 4th, the Horseheads beating Mining City 6-2. If that score holds and this 14-2 Sabre Dogs league scores, let me rephrase, as Perez delivers the first pitch to Keaton. It's a fastball for a strike at the knees, 0-1. If the Horseheads 6-2 lead holds against the Tommyknockers, the Sabre Dogs 14-2 lead against the Trappers here tonight at Corbett Field holds, the Sabre Dogs will have sole possession of first place in the Lewis division as they're tied with Mining City at 13-7 for first. Next pitch down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keaton 0 for 3 tonight, a pop out, a strikeout, a ground at the short, walked back in the 7th. One of 7 men to walk in that inning. As Perez winds and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss from Keaton as he stumbles towards the first base side for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here, but 2 away. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Trappers. 14 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Sabre Dogs. Game 1 of 3 between these two teams. They'll get right back at it tomorrow night at 7:05, first pitch. Perez from the stretch. Winds and fires. Low 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball buried in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we're seeing some votes for player of the game for Alan Greer, Bo Brewer, Dominic Parkhurst as well. It's going to be tough. Brewer has 4 RBIs in the night. 3 hits as well. Parkhurst was big, kept this game close early on, which allowed the Sabre Dogs to break out late. So the 2-2 is on its way. Swinging a fly ball out to right field. Cardoso putting palms to the sky. Can't find it. Now he picks it up. Ranges to his left towards the right field line to make the jogging grab to retire the side. Good bounce back inning for Perez as he sets down the Sabre Dogs in order 1-2-3, inducing 3 consecutive flyouts. We head to the top half of the 9th inning. Last chance for the Trappers as they are down to their final 3 outs. Sabre Dogs lead at 14-2 as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Passive Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
The Souris Valley Sabre Dogs are back for another fan giveaway. Fridays are always for our fans. This giveaway will be a water bottle brought to you by the North Star Community Credit Union. The first 500 fans to attend will get one of these Sabre Dog branded water bottles. Come out to watch the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play against the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05 at Corbett Field and be a receiver of the giveaway.
The Glenburn Fire Department will be joining the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs at Corbett Field this Thursday for Passive Boot Night in an effort to raise money to help them recover from a devastating fire at their station. As a community, let's show our support for the fire department. The game starts at 7:05 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks.
The Souris Valley Sabre Dogs are back for another fan giveaway. Fridays are always for our fans. This giveaway will be a water bottle brought to you by the North Star Community Credit Union. The first 500 fans to attend will get one of these Sabre Dog branded water bottles. Come out to watch the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs play against the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05 at Corbett Field and be a receiver of the giveaway. field for the top of the ninth on the mound tonight, or the mound right now. We got Matt Nelson. This is Ballard Ackway filling in for Max Tanzer while he eats his
You want the
burger.
whole inning? You want the whole inning?
I don't know.
Up 14 to 2.
We're up
It's a
14
good
to 2.
opportunity.
I guess. All right, I'll give it a crack.
All right, Ballard Ackway taking over for the play-by-play
Let's
for the
see,
first time
let's
this
see
year.
here.
All right, I'll give you
All
my
right, who do we got?
scorebook. I'll give
me
you
the
my
scorebook.
scorebook.
Give me the scorebook. Yeah. Who do we got up here? Oh, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be a little.
You can do it. I have faith in you. Ballard, for those that don't know, Ballard Ackway, the producer here, he puts together all of the graphics, sets the camera angles, puts together all the cameras, directs the entire show. Now he's getting the chance to do everything tonight. He's going to do play-by-play. Let's get a batter right here. Matt Nelson making his Sabre Dogs debut.
Matt Nelson, Sabre Dogs debut on the mound. Colin Adams up to bat. Tonight he is 1 for 3 with a single.
First pitch down, away, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes.
Matt Nelson out of...
There's a line
Orange
drive
Coast
right
College.
center field. That's down for a base hit. Williams will get it back in. A broken bat base hit right there. This is the story tonight. 14 to 2. You can take whatever you want with that. Walks, home run from Jordan Williams. I'm taking the broken bats tonight. That's like number 5.
Like number 5. I think it's a 5th broken bat. And not enough snap the bats over the knees in the dugout either.
We haven't seen one. We saw 2 earlier this week. Not one so far here tonight.
Whoops. Sorry if you couldn't hear us on Mixler. Yeah, how many do we have tonight? At least 3, right?
Probably more. The first pitch is down, low ball 1 ball, no strikes. So it's difficult for Ballard right now. We tried the play-by-play. What's difficult for him right now is he's also producing at the same time, so he's controlling what camera angles come on. He's changing the score bug and so forth. So it's almost impossible to call a game at the same time. So a single for Colin Adams, his second of the night. As the pitch to Patrick Connor is swung on and grounded hard to the left side. Diving attempt by Cooper that will sneak past him and roll into left field, 4-base hit. So back-to-back singles here against Matt Nelson opens up the top of the 9th inning. Nelson, out of California, goes to Orange Coast College. A tall right-hander standing at 6'6", 205 pounds. He's the 3rd pitcher on this team to appear in a Sabre Dogs uniform that stands at exactly 6 feet, 6 inches tall. Also, Jackson Kirkpatrick and Eric Wallington. So add Matt Nelson to the club here. As that brings up Caden Cardoso to the plate. He's 0 for 1, a line to right, a hit by pitch and a walk. Nelson from the stretch, kicks, fires. First pitch is swung on and lined off to the left side and foul to play. Strike 1, 0-1 the count.
Max, why don't you eat your burger and me and Assistant General Manager Jack Gorman can keep
Let me jump on with Jack. I can jump on with Jack.
We have Assistant General Manager Jack Gorman up in the booth.
We're putting him on the spot here. Jack,
Asking him how he constructed a lineup that averaged 11.5 runs a game.
first pitch on the way from Mount Nelson. Make the 0-1 is upstairs for a ball. 14 to 2 your score again. Again, Jack Gorman, the assistant GM for the Ducks, joining us. I know the other assistant GM, Brett Schweitzer, would be pretty upset that he doesn't get this opportunity this year, or at least here tonight, because he's been wanting to so badly to get on. But you were up here behind us, Jack, so you're up here. So the 1-1 pitch is on its way to Cardoso, swinging a line drive foul off to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, the biggest thing about our lineup is that we got a lot of guys that can run. If they get on the base, they're moving. Even Colin Adelgate, which might not be the fastest, he's moving it at this pretty fast these past few games after hitting that triple in Sioux Falls.
Absolutely, and then scoring from second on a wild pitch. Heads up base running from him. Very smart base runner, which does add some speed in a way. So the 1-2 is on its way, swinging a foul straight back. Count stays at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Had a big crowd on hand tonight, Jack. We had the rally towels given away, which I thought was a really fun promotion. Looked like playoff baseball. I hope we could bring that back more often.
I hope more people bring it back for playoff baseball. I think it looked really cool. Looking at it from the field, all you see is waving towels like a playoff baseball game or like playoff hockey game.
It looks fantastic. You're exactly right. Playoff baseball, a lot of times they'll bring the homer hankies that they call them in baseball, but really rally towels in general. And when everyone's rolling them around, it looks very pretty as the next pitch on the way from Nelson is upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And, Jack, we have a lot of promotions coming up for the Sabre Dogs, not just on this homestand, but for the remainder of the year. We had Jordan Sports Night earlier, the Rally Towels tonight. What else can the fans look forward to moving forward?
Actually, tomorrow night starts our Guns and Hoses jersey giveaway that we'll be auctioning off throughout the game. That will be game-worn jerseys. Also get them signed after the game. And then coming later on in the season, we have our Fuel the Fight jersey night. A promotion we started last year with Dakota Square Arco. Great people out there helping people with cancer that need to get into Minot. And a few more fun things. July 3rd, we're having 80s baseball night.
That'll be
And
fun.
Play some 80s music, dress like we're in the 80s. I'm kind of excited for this Sunday of dress like a dad day. I think I might go get my pair of New Balance and wear some cargo shorts.
I'll be dressing like a dad as the 3-2 is on its way. Misses up and away ball 4, so there'll be a walk to Cardoso. The bases are now loaded here for the Trappers. If they've had a chance to come back into this game, it's right now. Trailing by 12, 14-2 Sabre Dogs here in the top of the 9th, highlighted by a 10-run bottom of the 7th inning in which 14 men reached the plate. So the Trappers trying to do some of that right here. Braden Court is coming to the dish. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a sac bunt. As Nelson comes from the stretch, his pitch on the way is a late swing and a miss. 4 strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now, Jack, we've had a lot of fans on hand here the last week or so, and it may just feel like more than it is because they're so loud. To me, it seems like the fans are louder than ever than we saw them last year.
Yeah, I agree. They're really coming into their own. And sometimes it's nice to have a lively crowd like tonight, and that 3rd game against the Spuds where we had that very close game. You definitely heard the crowd. I even brought the drum out.
You did bring the drum out.
I was thinking about doing it here, then I realized that it's kind of a 14-2 game. But the crowd's lively enough. If they go through it, then I got to bring out the drum. They'll force my hand of bringing some more excitement into the ballpark.
No doubt. 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Cordes. And as it's looking like the Sabre Dogs will at least compete for a postseason spot this year. Again, we're just 21 games in now, but came into tonight leading the league in runs scored and hits, 2nd and on base, 2nd in slugging, 14 more tonight as the 1-2 is swung on and flied out to shallow center. Kupik going out, coming in is Greer. It's Alan Greer on the Corbett Field emblem to make the catch for out number 1. So that'll hold every base runner at the respective pillow. Cardoso at 3rd base, Connor at 2nd, Adams at 1st. The bases will remain loaded as that brings up Thomas McKenna, the catcher, to the plate.
And a reminder, Max, that the first half of the season does end on June 30th, no matter how many games are played. So if you're at the top of that standings for our division and on June 30th, that automatically punches your ticket into the playoffs.
And wouldn't that be a nice comfort for Alex Miklos and his crew coming into the second half of the season? Doesn't put too much pressure on you. As the pitch on the way to Thomas McKenna is a fastball for a strike.
And it makes that road trip at the end of the season a little bit easier because now you're not having to win games on the road because you already have your playoff spot. You're not trying to get a playoff push on the road. It's
Yeah, and that's going to be a very tough road trip. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's going to be about 3 weeks. As, of course, the North Dakota State Fair will be here in Minot. As the 0-1 is swung on a chop to 3rd, fielded on a hop by Bowling in foul territory for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's a really fantastic point, actually, because, of course, Alex Miklos and the rest of his crew want to win as many games as possible, but it takes the pressure off of you when you're going to have these guys playing every single day, traveling back and forth, 15-plus hour road trips. All of a sudden, you can mix in some other guys into that lineup if you have that playoff spot secured already versus having to feel like you have to play your A team every single night and almost burn out your players as the next pitch is down away ball 1.
Exactly.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You want to have those guys, your normal guys, still be loose for coming into the playoffs, but you want to kind of save them. And then, as any summer league team, you have 3 seasons. You have your main one, which is about the middle, which we're in right now. The beginning, which you don't have all your players in, and then the end, that you lose a lot of your players just going back to school and whatnot.
1-2 pitch on the way, down and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, very close spot. And that is what's going to be tough. I mean, last year the Sabre Dogs lost a lot of players late because, like you said, they have to go to school. Some of those players in the Trappers dugout right now, and Caden Cordoso and Tyler Lubin, came as replacements, Minot State pitchers. I should say players, as the next pitch is swung on and sliced foul off to the right side. Count remain at 2 strikes here to Thomas McKenna. But from what I'm hearing, it sounds like a lot of players are very passionate about this team and want to stay for as long as they can. Again, sometimes they can't control it just because their fall ball program starts for some of them in early August, others mid-August to late August. But you got to hope that the Sabre Dogs can hold on to this core as long as they can with how they've been able to produce. 2-2 to McKenna, swinging a ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit. Coming around to score is Adams. Connor will scamper into 3rd base, standing up. Station to station go the base runners. A run is in here for the Trappers. That makes it a 14-3 ball game here in the top of the 9th inning. So your base runners now, McKenna at 1st, Cardoso at 2nd, Connor at 3rd base. As the top of the order comes up for the 5th time tonight, Brennan Van Brusingen coming to the plate, who homered back in the 1st inning. And I don't know if you got to watch, Jack. I know you've been running around the ballpark a lot. Is Michael Newstrom is going to come out to the mound to talk to Matt Nelson right now. But Van Brusingen started his game with a bang. The home run out to deep left field on the second pitch against Parkhurst. And at that moment, you're thinking, this might be a difficult ball game here for the Sabre Dogs. But Parkhurst was able to really settle in and toss 6 1/3 of an innings pitch, allowing just 2 runs. And the fact that he kept the Trappers to 2 runs allowed the Sabre Dogs to, at the time, hold a 2-run lead, but turned that into 12 after scoring 10 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. So meeting at the mound with Newstrom, he'll walk back to the first base dugout, handing it back to home plate as Van Brusingen digs into the right-hander's batter's box. Again, double play certainly in order. Force it all bags here with 1 away. And again, for Matt Nelson, you're just trying to limit the damage as much as you can and get this ball game over with as quickly as possible, as he has 21 pitches to just record 1 out. That was Braden Cordes, who flew out to center field back a couple moments ago. So here comes Van Brusingen. Nelson from the stretch, first base side. Lipson fires the first pitch. It's a fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, this is the Sabre Dogs' debut for Matt Nelson. A lot of tall pitchers on this team, too, Jack. He's the 3rd player on this roster to pitch in a Sabre Dogs uniform that stands at 6'6".
Third tower, as I call them, because you had Wellington and Kirkpatrick come in at the same time. And then you had Matt Nelson come in, and when I talked to them the first time, I'm straight staring up. I'm 6'1", and I'm looking straight up at them like, oh my gosh, these guys are massive human
Imagine
beings.
what it's like being 5'5". I feel like I'm an ant standing on the ground, literally laying on the ground. But all good guys. Have had good years. Nelson looking to close this game out as the 2-0 is swung on and flied into center. Greer ranging back to his left into the right center field gap. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch. Tagging from third and coming around to score is Connor. Holding at second on the play is Cardoso. Another run is in. It's 14-4. Sabre Dogs now a 10-run advantage. A sacrifice fly RBI for Van Brusingen. His second RBI of the night. He now has 2 on the year. And just like that, the Trappers are down to their final out here, 14-4. Now, Jack, we have our fans vote for the player of the game, and both on Mixler and YouTube, it's very tight. We've seen a vote for Bo Brewer, a vote for Dominic Parker, a vote for Alan Greer, and a vote for Jordan Williams. I don't want to put you on the spot because I know you can't watch the games as much. The first pitch is on its way. Misses upstairs, make that a strike, chest high, 0-1. Williams picked up 2 hits, a homer, 3 RBIs. Brewer picked up 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Parkhurst went 6 1/3 of an innings work, allowed 2 runs. And Greer was all over the base paths, on base a lot. Who's your player of the game?
That is a tough decision. I always want to pull for AG. He's a good guy. Always nice to see him run around the base path. Got to look at Cooper down on the
in the 9-hole. Yeah.
I got to see him run the base path real fast. But I have to give it to the Minot State guy, Jordan Williams. He crushed that ball over by the Capital RV sign down the line over there. I was able to watch it a little bit on the broadcast while I was in the ticket booth. But I think he had a great game and came in, really started to come into his own again.
All right.
I'm not sure I was looking at it, but I'm pretty sure he did double as well. Am I wrong?
Yes, and you heard it from Jack Gorman, your player of the game, Jordan Williams. Sabre Dogs a strike away from winning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way. Fastball just a bit down low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So it's officially going to be Jordan Williams who will be our post-game interview after the conclusion of tonight's ball game. Fans all rising to their feet. Towels waving here as the Sabre Dogs are a strike away from picking up a 14-4 win. Nelson from the stretch. Kicks, fires. The 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Matt Nelson picks up his first strikeout in a Sabre Dogs uniform as it punctuates this 14-4 victory here in 8.5 innings. Sabre Dogs move to 14-7. If the Horseheads hold their lead over the Tommyknockers, the Sabre Dogs will enter tomorrow night's game in first place in the Lewis Division. Meanwhile, the Trappers fall to 6-13, now have lost 8 in a row. We'll be right back at it tomorrow evening for Game 2 of 3 here between the Trappers. Sabre Dogs win 14-4. We'll have our player of the game interview with Jordan Williams when we come back in a couple of moments.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
The SaberDogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns N' Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15. The team will also be hosting Superstars for some family fun entertainment. Come on out to the field to be part of the fun and watch the SaberDogs take on the Spearfish Sasquatch at 7:05.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
The SaberDogs have teamed up with Don Bissett Motors to bring you Guns N' Hoses Specialty Jersey Night. The players will play in these exclusive jerseys while a silent auction will be held throughout the game. There will also be a pregame softball scrimmage between the Minot Fire Department and the Souris Valley Fraternal Order of Police. Game time for the scrimmage is at 5:15.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. We're here with our player of the game, 14-4 SaberDogs victory. They pick up their 14th win of the year, 11th time in 21 games they've scored 10 or more runs. Jordan Williams, our player of the game. Jordan, let's start out with that impressive blast over the left field wall, your third home run of the season. You pipped it pretty well.
Yeah.
I called it a right-handed Robinson Cano. How did you feel making contact with that ball and watching it fly over that back wall?
Oh, it felt really good. I knew it was going off the bat. I knew that was the thing I needed to work on. Really not good at pipping balls, but for that one especially, that was definitely the one. That felt great off the bat. I knew it was gone.
No doubt about that. You knew it was off. We all did here at the ballpark. Now, you were back at home in Alabama for a couple of weeks here. And since you come back, it's like you've never missed a beat. Hitting the home run today, obviously picking up a 2-run single back on Wednesday as well. Walk me through what it's like coming in and facing live pitching for the first time in a couple of weeks and being able to jump right out of the gate.
Really nothing different. I had a little ready to go back to Bama. But other than that, just come back and just get back into focus. Really nothing different. I knew I had to lock back in as soon as I came back. But just coming back to the game, just have fun. That's pretty much it.
No doubt about that. Your Minot State University teammate and Dominic Parkhurst put up together another quality start here, 6 1/3 of an innings work, 2 earned runs. What did you see from your teammate tonight?
He was, once again, that's just what Dom does. Once he gets on a roll, he keeps it going, he keeps his pitches low, and his breaking balls are effective, especially the changeup that he's just locked in. That's just what he does. And,
got that Minot State connection.
Oh,
Both of his starts this year, you've hit a home run. Not only that, but your buddy Caden Cardoso was playing in right field as well. Tyler Lubin on the Trappers too. How good was it to see your teammates for the first time in about a month?
It was awesome. It's just playing against them and playing with them. It's just great, and just seeing Lubin and Caden out there. It's just awesome to see him, and just being around teammates. That's awesome.
For sure, for sure. Once again, your player of the game, Jordan Williams, a home run and 2-run double, helps pace the SaberDogs to a 14-4 win. They're now 14-7 on the year, and if the Horseheads hold on to their lead over the Tommyknockers, the SaberDogs will enter tomorrow with full possession of first place in the Lewis Division. Speaking of which, we'll be right back at it tomorrow as well, 7:05. First pitch for Game 2 of 3 here between the SaberDogs and the Trappers as Souris Valley looks to take the series. Once again, your player of the game, Jordan Williams. Thank you so much.
Thank you.